and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town: apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
There are good Friday nights, and then there are great Friday nights. Tonight has the making of being a great Friday night right here on PSP Network. The #1 team in all of the land of North Dakota rolls into Bismarck, North Dakota, the capital city, to take on the rush attack quarterback sneaking St. Mary's Saints. But hold the phone, because #1's got something to say. But we're here. My name is Dallas Hansen, alongside the great, the powerful Josh Cattell. Mr. Cattell, welcome in. How are we feeling? A little different vibe than the Fargo Dome, which you're used to with the Bison games, but thanks for coming here tonight.
A little different. Got the elements out here tonight. I think that's going to play a part, but good to be here. Should be a good night of football.
Tonight's PSP coverage of Friday Night Lights is brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They're your locally owned oil change headquarters. 25 years of the Lundins, taking care of people. Local actually matters. Not to mention, this oil change is a stay-in-your-car drive-through oil change. It's typically performed in 15 minutes or less. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. It's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Well, tonight's got a couple questions when you look at this, Josh. We've got Minot North, the Sentinels, known for their rushing attack. They've got an excellent senior quarterback in Mr. Blickery. Blickery last week had 4 times where he got 4 hard counts and drew them off sides, equals 23 yards. But also, they've kind of mastered the quarterback sneak. Touchdowns, first downs, if they're about 4 yards within a first down, they're probably going to sneak it. But then you look at St. Mary's Saints, kind of an identical team where they love to rush the football. But what do you see when you look at these two teams?
Yeah, I think the first thing that stands out on film when you look at Minot is, you look at the roster: senior, junior, very upperclassman heavy team, and I think that goes to the being able to run the football, being able to dominate. What they want to do is dominate the box. You look up front, and that's probably where it begins, and then you add Blickery at quarterback, who's a big, strong kid. That everything kind of goes through him at the end of the day. He's a big part of what they do.
Well, it is St. Mary's homecoming. They've got some momentum going their way, but to upset the number one team in the state, that is Minot North, obviously coming in 4-0. They got St. Mary's 1-3. Talking to people around the building here at St. Mary's, they're like, yeah, we're 1-3, but we could easily be 3-1. The ball bounces our way a few different times. They played a tough Kindred team. That's kind of their one loss, the big one. But what does St. Mary's have to do tonight to upset number one Minot North?
Well, I think you hit it on the head. They've had a pretty tough schedule. You know, they played both Grand Forks schools, Kindred and Wahpeton. That's not an easy start to the season. No layup in that group by any means. So I think the big thing they got to do is, defensively, we just talked about it. You got to be able to stop the run. You got to make Blickery be a passer, make them one-dimensional. And then offensively, if you're St. Mary's, you got to control the ball, take advantage of the opportunities to go downfield when you have them, and just don't make the mistakes, right? Be the cleaner football team.
Well, you've been listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. My name is Dallas Hansen alongside Josh Cattell. Thank you for joining us here. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to set the table. It's about 11 minutes till kickoff. Don't go anywhere.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice, this is the rhythm of the slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Since 2003, the architects and engineers at Ackerman Esvold have been enhancing everyday life. From response times to commute times, we've helped create critical infrastructure, enhancing highway safety, flood protection, and public education. And we're no stranger to enhancing fun, family outings, and even game time. Ackerman Esvold, working to enhance your everyday life.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain: we never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Welcome back into PSB Network's coverage of Friday Night Lights. You're listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services that won't slow you down. Make sure to check them out in Minot and Bismarck, North Dakota. Time to set the table. Mr. Cattell, Minot North comes into this tonight's game with an undefeated record of 4-0. Last week, they had a convincing victory over Fargo North. And we talked about Blickery, how well he does offensively, how he's the leader, how he's the toughest kid. Kind of the coach's pet, if you will. Coach Holman absolutely loves this kid, and he's got to. That's his true-born leader. But there are some other players that Minot North has that we want to mention. It's running back by committee tonight for the Sentinels. Cooper Chick, Christian Dedman, who had a terrible knee injury last year, now making his way back onto the football field. He's starting to get some reps. He's been kind of on a snap count, if you will, but tonight I'm told defensively he'll play quite a bit, but offensively they'll see who's got the hot hand, and we got to mention Evan Berg, who's the huge fullback, also a great linebacker, but this is a run-first team. And Josh, when you've got a player like Blickery, but then you've got they play 4 running backs. I mean, that's incredible. Running back by committee. What are your thoughts on this offense?
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of things. They're very well coached. You can tell that right away when you turn the film on. You know, they get the ball to a lot of different guys in different ways. You know, the traditional I formation, line up and then run right at you. They'll do some pulling of the old linemen. They'll get guys the fly sweep stuff, and then the quarterback run game like we talked about. So very a lot of things to have to defend in the run game alone. So I think that's where they start, and that's where their success has been. And like we said earlier, bunch of veterans, bunch of guys who played a bunch of football for them, know their system, know their schemes, and execute at a high level.
Now let's take a look at who's going to play underdog tonight, the St. Mary's Saints. They come into this game 1-3. But like we said, we talked to a few people within the community, and they feel like this team is truly starting to find their identity. The ceiling is very high, even though their record might not show it right now. It's a little of not how you start, but how you're going to finish for the St. Mary's team.
Yeah, you know, they've like I said earlier, they've had a tough little road, you know, first 4 weeks of the season. But you look at the names whenever you do St. Mary's for the last however many years, there's always been a Richter.
Yeah.
And now you got Zach Richter, who's one of their main guys on offense and defense. Ruggles, wide receiver, all conference guy from a year ago. Jackson Barth, and then the quarterback. Tommy Wilson played a little bit last year when quarterback got hurt, got some reps. now you hope as a junior you start seeing him develop more and more and being able to operate their offense at a high level.
We got to talk a little bit about Beckett Price, the junior running back. Through 4 games, he's got 800 yards rushing, just an absolute dude, and the engine that runs this offense. Up front, like you said, big size. Carter Mitchlitz, Roman Barnes, they kind of anchor that offensive line. But then the tight end, a big target with Jackson Barf. And then, like you said, Brady Ruggles, he's arguably their best wide receiver, number 14, returning an all-conference player on both sides, not just offense. But for St. Mary's, are we going to expect to see a lot of play action, more power eye, or a little bit of best of both worlds?
I think the test for them is going to be, are they going to be able to hold up for 4 quarters up front against this Minot North team that is big and physical in the box as well. Ideally for them, they'd like to be able to run the ball and set the tone running the ball. But if they have to throw it, or and even so, running the ball is going to help set up the play action game and make it better. You don't want to get in the game tonight where you're dropping back 50 times. I don't think either team want that, especially the wind's blowing up here on the north side of Bismarck. So it's going to be a big, important factor for both sides to be able to control the line of scrimmage.
You've been listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Timely services won't slow you down. Oil change performed in 15 minutes or less. You can even stay in your car. Find them in Minot and Bismarck. That's Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, it's time for starting lineups and kickoff here from St. Mary's.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a trusted tire and auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
My name is Dallas Hansen, sitting alongside Josh Cattell. Thank you for joining us here on PSP Network. Let's take a quick look at our standings here, Josh, and some interesting things happening around this great state. We've also Grand Forks Central, very good. Kindred, you and I were talking about them a little bit before we hopped on here, 4-0. But then you've got Minot North here representing the West, 4-0. Devils Lake, 3-1, and we go down a few spots to number 6, and that's where you will find St. Mary's. Here come the Saints right now, but when you look at those standings, Mr. Cattell, what do you see?
Well, I think especially in the west side of the state, I think it's a little bit of who have you played and where we're at so far in this part of the season. Nothing, starting conference play here tonight. I think it's going to be very competitive, especially those last 4 teams in the West. I think that's going to be a thing all year you talk about. North is going to be controlling their own destiny, and then Devils Lake, obviously, very talented. You look at the East. That Kindred operation is no joke. I mean, there's some people that think they would be in the top side of the East in AAA this year if they played. So, that's a good football team.
Speaking of that, let's take a quick look at our coaches poll here, or the media poll, excuse me. Number 1, Minot North. Kindred, number 2. Grand Forks Central, 3. Devils Lake, 4. And how about Central Cass getting some votes in there, rounding out number 5?
Yeah, there you go. Early in the year, it's like you said, 3-1, good start. Now it's time to see what you do in your conference.
Now it's time to pay tribute to the greatest country in the world, as the United States of America. We support our troops with PSP Network, so we'll take time to now stand, put our hands over our hearts, and pay tribute to everybody who gave so we could be here tonight.
And your St. Mary's Saints. Tonight's game between the Saints and the Sentinels will be played under the strictest code of good sportsmanship. Please be reminded that good sports are winners on the field and in the stands. Fans are asked to demonstrate good sportsmanship throughout the contest to both teams and the officials. Participants are asked to be positive role models at all times and to remember that you represent your school and community by your actions. Please help us make good sportsmanship a priority for tonight's game. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise as we will be led in prayer by St. Mary Central High School chaplain, Father Jake Magnuson.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. Heavenly Father, as we come together this evening, we ask you to bless these athletes. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and reward them for their perseverance. We ask this through the intercession of Mary, the Mother of God, and the patroness of our school, as we pray together. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Mary, Queen of Victory, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we are about to salute the flag and our great nation. At this time, we ask that you remove any headgear, place your right hand over your heart, and stand at attention as the St. Mary Central High School pep band, under the direction of Mrs. Ann Chambers, plays our national anthem.
Well, that's about as good as it gets, Josh. I think that was an outstanding job by St. Mary's High School Band. It is time, but not only are we at the time here, but check out our schedule events here presented by Bones Barbecue. We got Mandan versus Century, Bismarck versus Minot High, Watford City and Dickinson, then us, Minot North and St. Mary's. Then how about DLB versus Bishop Bryan? A lot of good football in this state. PSB is proud to bring that to you. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this feed with friends and family, and give us a like. Now on to my favorite part. It's Josh Cattell's Keys to the Game. Let's get it on here, buddy. Keys to the Game are presented by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice when it comes to heating and air game. Winter is on its way, so make sure that furnace is ready to go. Call Dylan today at 222-2155. New installation upgrades and all your furnace and AC needs. Again, that's Dylan at Northern Plains Heating and Air, 222-2155. So for St. Mary's, the home team tonight, you said discipline.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very important for them to not make any unforced errors. Take care of the football on offense. Try to get the ball. Try to get a turnover or something on defense. Special teams is going to play a huge part tonight, especially as we see that flag blowing from north to south. Make sure we're good in the kicking game. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
It never fails. When you get that wind blowing one direction, you got to take advantage when you have the wind. So for them, it's going to be taking advantage or doing all the little things correctly, taking care of the football, being disciplined.
And for number one, Minot North, you said wear and tear.
Yeah, it's going to be the line of scrimmage. That's who they are. That's who they want to be.
Yeah.
They got all that beef up front. They got the quarterback. They got the running backs. They want to run the ball, and they want to stop the run. So they want to win the line of scrimmage, and they want to wear you down over 4 quarters.
Appreciate Northern Plains Heating and Air for giving us those keys to the game. Now on to a player to watch, and that's QB1 for Minot North. Look at this, total yards per game, 108, 5 rushing touchdowns. Career-wise, he's got 18 rushing touchdowns, but Blickery, QB1, a player to write home about.
Yeah, obviously he's doing a lot of good things. He's a big reason they're 4-0 right now. I think, if you go back and watch the film, though, there's going to be some throws he wishes he has back, and there's going to be some things that he can still improve on. It's going to be really scary if he starts clicking on all cylinders. The throwing of the football and the consistency throwing the football is probably going to be the big thing for him to take the next step.
100%. I like talking. I saw you were on the field earlier. How windy is it down there?
Oh, it's blowing. Yeah, there's a good breeze down there. It's like I said, it's going to affect the kicking game. when you're going into the wind, you're going to want to make sure you're going to want to hold the ball as long as you can, right? You're going to want to get a lot of first downs. You're going to probably have to run it more than throw it. And then when you punt, there could be a lot of hidden yards in the football game that way. And then when you got the wind behind you, you might be able to take a couple more shots downfield, but you're going to be able to flip the field if you do have to punt or kick off. So it's going to play a big part in those hidden yards in the game, I think, tonight.
You know, it's crazy. It's harvest season up here in the state of North Dakota. Every night this week has been beautiful, like absolutely fantastic still night. And then tonight we're going to play football. It's windy. That's Mother Nature for you.
That's right. That's North Dakota for you right there.
Talking to Coach Holman before tonight's game, he said, Dallas, the difference between our team last year and our team this year, why we're number one, why we're 4-0, is we treat games like this on the road like a true business trip. There's no messing around. We are literally, once we get on the bus, it's business type mindset until we get back on the bus to head home. Is that the sign of a true winning team?
Well, that's the sign of a mature team. That's the sign of a team that has been on the road now a couple of years. Now, this is a newer school in the state of North Dakota, and this is the first senior class they've had. You know, when you're the first sophomore class and the first junior class, you don't have a senior to learn from. Now they got a group of seniors who've been through it, and now they can lead, and they can lead those underclassmen. Funny, I talked to the other Coach Holman out there, which what a nice thing that could be to have as a young coach, to have Barry Holman, the longtime Minot High coach, just hanging out on the sidelines helping you out. But he said one of the things we're successful is because we're bigger and stronger than we've been. Again, goes back to that upperclassman.
And just a fair reminder for everybody watching at home, last year, St. Mary's did beat Minot North, so that's been in the back of their heads, back of their minds, if you will, this whole offseason when they're out there working out. A player I want to note that really played well against St. Mary's last year for Minot North was Josiah Jacquanet. He had a huge game, and he's known for doing a lot against St. Mary's, probably one of his favorite opponents, Coach Holman said. So don't be surprised if you see double coverage on Jacquanet, the wide receiver for Minot North.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, and you know, I think if you're St. Mary's, you got to build off of that. You know, in the back of your mind, you got to know, hey, we've had success again. They might be 4-0, they might be number one team in the state right now, but that doesn't mean anything once that clock starts and the game gets kicked off. And St. Mary's got to take that momentum or that confidence with them into this game as well.
You've been listening to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Appreciate them. 25 years, the Lundins taking care of people. Local actually matters. Not to mention this oil change is staying your car through. Drive-through oil change. Make sure to check them out in Minot and Bismarck. All right, we're just getting ready for kickoff here. The stadium's starting to fill up. It's homecoming week. What do we expect out of this opening drive?
Yeah, I think the opening drive, you know, I didn't even see the coin toss. I'm not sure where we're going with it, but you're probably going to be starting your offense going into the win. So you're going to try to establish the run, protect the ball. If you're the defense, you can maybe be a little more aggressive downhill and try to get a 3-and-out and make that team have to kick and start with good field position.
Real quick, I know you got some ties to North Dakota State. They got a huge game against South Dakota tomorrow. What's going to happen in that game?
You know, it's going to be interesting. I haven't watched a lot of South Dakota, and I've seen NDSU a handful of times. We all know who NDSU is. They've been that way for a long time. They're at home, always a good thing. It's their homecoming as well. But South Dakota beat them last year. South Dakota beat them the year before.
Yep.
You don't think that's not in the Bison mind. So it's going to be a test. It's a great football team down south, and should be a fun one to watch tomorrow.
Well, thank you for joining us tonight on PSP's coverage of Friday Night Football. Right now we're getting ready for Minot North and St. Mary's. It's time for kickoff. Again, my name is Dallas Hanson alongside Josh Cattell. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you share this one with friends and family because we are gearing up. Will number one stay number one? Or will St. Mary's pull off the upset of the year thus far in the state of North Dakota? Set to receive is Minot North tonight. They're in their all whites with the blue helmets. Like that look a lot. Then it's St. Mary's with the blue base jerseys and white helmets and white pants. St. Mary's will kick off. Doing the kicking duties is Colby Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck boots this one McAfee style way deep. That's going to go all the way to the end zone. How about that to kick us off?
Yeah, it's a good start. There's that win playing a factor right away on the opening kickoff.
Appreciate Valvoline Instant Oil Change for coming in for that pregame show. And now it is time for our first drive. Here trots out Minot North. And number 11, talked a lot about him, but Braden Blickery, the 5'11", 175-pound quarterback, also linebacker. He's got an offensive line he can trust in front of him. And some running backs, like we talked about in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, a lot of them. But right now, starting at running back is going to be Cooper Chick, the junior, wearing number 7. Check out that fullback, the big man. That's Evan Berg. Blickery right to Chick right away. Chick's got some space. Here goes Cooper Chick. He's going to pick up very close to a first down. So a nice start for Minot North.
Brady Ruggles with the tackle there. Yeah, just a little simple ISO play, getting it started right away, running right at the St. Mary's defense. Going to have to see some linebackers are going to have to do a good job of getting off the blocks and running downhill.
Appreciate Ryan Family Dealership for that instant replay. Make sure to check them out on driveryan.com. Second down, they're going to give it to Berg, the fullback. He's going to go up and tackled by a plethora of Saints there. One of them, I believe, was Zach Richter, the senior you talked about. Richter's a nice player for them defensively.
Yeah, he is. And, it's a long line. There's been a Richter starting on this defense at middle linebacker probably every year for the last, 2-3 decades. I don't know. There's been a lot of them. But, yeah, good player, especially on this side of the football.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 now on the 34-yard line. Jack Wanette onto the top right. Then they got Hannon, who they use a lot in motion. There he goes in motion. They fake to him. Now Blickery's going to keep. He's got two guys in front of him, but a good job defensively going in. That was Dominic Zander. Just shot the gap there, and as a defensive guy, you got to love that.
Yeah, nice job there. A little misdirection by Minot North, and Zander does a great job of just sprinting through the gap, reading it, and reacting quickly.
Was that a missed block?
He missed it to the side he was supposed to. Xander just makes a good hustle play. That thing gets outside. It's kind of the risk reward. If you're gonna go inside, you got to make the play. Otherwise, there's nobody there to. You're out of your gap.
2nd and 10 for Minot North. Sentinels are going to go out. They're going to have 4 wide receivers. Jack Wanette now finds himself top of the right screen. They're going to get it to Jack Wanette. It's going to be a completed pass, but a loss. Kind of looking for that wide receiver screen, trying to get their playmaker involved early.
Yeah, get the ball out in space and try to, It's nice when you can run it inside the tackles all the time, but sometimes it's easier just to go play 2-on-2 on the perimeter. Just got to make a better throw there.
So when you're a running team, Josh, and it's 3rd and 11, are we going to look at a screen here, or are we going to look at maybe like a play-action post to Jack Wanette? What do you see him doing?
I guess it's just going to come down to what Coach Holman feels, he's comfortable with, and we're going to get a good idea of how comfortable he is throwing into the wind here on 3rd and long.
Blickery in shotgun, drops back, looking to his right. Now he goes up the middle. Blickery's got some space. He's going to be hit. Spin move, goes up, but a nice tackle there by Richter. Again, you better get used to saying that name. Zach Richter, already 2 tackles on the first drive. And a good job there by the defensive backs of the Saints to have that coverage.
Yeah, nice job, a little blanket coverage. Obviously knowing it's a passing situation. Get the pass rush, get in the quarterback vision early, and make him tuck and run. Good decision there, not doing too much with the football by Blickery, but not enough for the first down.
Punt team is out, so Minot North goes 5 plays here on this first drive, and their 6th is about to be a punt. Punter takes a little sprint at it. Now he's going to kick it deep. That's going to go to Beckett Price, one of the outstanding running back, and he's going to fair catch that one. So now it's St. Mary's turn. Coming out onto the field. Talking a little bit about Dominic Zander, an outstanding player, 6 foot, 185 senior. He's got a lot of speed, and if he catches some space, he's going to be nasty out there. But also, Zach Richter, not only does he play defense, turns out he can play offense too.
Oh, yeah. They've got a lot of talent in the skill position. It's just it's the ability, can we get them the ball in space? Can we get them opportunities to be athletic and get the ball in the right people's hands enough to be successful?
Jake Miller will handle the QB1 duties. They're going to go with I formation. Remember, folks, both of these teams, that's Thomas Wilson. Both these teams do like to run the football. We'll see what St. Mary's has this go around. They're going to hand off right up the middle to Beckett Price. Price is going to be stuffed.
That was number 12, Christian Dedman.
So Dedman, one of their best star running backs last year, and they're kind of saying, Christian, we've got a bunch of good running backs, but we need you on defense. So he's got to swallow his pride a little bit and play a lot more defense and offense this year.
Yeah, and talking to the defense coordinator a little bit before the game, they're going to do a little mixture of 4 hands on the ground and some 3 hands on the ground. Really, it's going to be 5 because they're going to have 2 outside backers on the edge. But it'll be interesting how he plays that game all night.
Thomas Wilson, 6'2", reps number 5. Wilson, he's going to fake roll out to the right. Looks, completed. Beautiful pass to Dominic Zander, and that's going to be a first down and more. How about that play? A nice little play action, and then you just roll out.
Yeah, nice job there by Wilson throwing with a guy in his face. He took a little shot there, but delivered the ball downfield, and good, successful first down conversion.
You got to admit, when you see a good route like that, Zander on that curl route just took about 12 steps, stopped, turned, made sure his defender he had the hips by him and turned and face. That's a good sign of a good wideout.
Yeah, he did a good job of eating up the cushion, threatening him vertical, and then coming out of the break with and then making the catch. Throwing catch is always a good thing in high school football.
Trips left, one to the right. Wilson taking his time here, 1st and 10 on the 40. Wilson's going to throw again. Looking. It's going to be a deep ball. He's wide open, and it's incomplete. Oh, my. A missed opportunity there. The coaches beside us can't believe either. He was looking for Ian Corporan.
Yeah, bad eyes there by the safety. He gets caught with his eyes in the backfield, and number 84 streaking right down the hash there, just overthrew him. Those are ones that haunt you. You want that one back immediately when it leaves your hand.
Take a look at our Ryan Family Dealership Instant Replay just outside of the reach there. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory, driveryan.com. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Handing it off here right away to Beckett Price. Price trying to find a hole. He's going to be gang tackled there for a gain of about 5. That's going to bring up 3rd.
I think we're going to have an illegal formation there. I don't think St. Mary's had enough guys on the line of scrimmage.
We'll listen in here to our official tonight.
Legal formation on the offense. It's 5-yard penalty.
Good call, Josh. Look at this. The guy knows ball. The guy knows ball.
Yeah, the receiver here to the near side didn't get on the line of scrimmage, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, that was a good run, good play right down the middle, good gain. But now we're going to have to deal with the 2nd and long situation. Goes back to that key of the game, discipline, right? Not the unforced errors, the penalties.
You know, this is kind of a big night for me. I worked a lot last year with Joe Cattell, your brother, during basketball season. Now I got Josh. I got the double duo here. I got it. The Cattell boys.
You can sleep well at night, yeah.
They're going to give back to Beckett Price. Whoa, what a hit by Beckett Price. Oh, my.
Yeah, good run. Corner came in to fill, and Beckett does a good job of lowering his pads and finishing the run going forward, making it 3rd and manageable.
Beckett Price here on the Ryan Family Dealership. Nice cut inside. He just waits, get his feet set, just runs over a sentinel there. Still brings up 3rd and 7 from the 37. 7:15 to go, still scoreless here. We know both these offenses like to take their time. They use up a lot of the clock on their drives. This is a big 3rd down early on for the Sentinels. On the road, St. Mary's looking good so far on this drive. Handoff quick inside to Reeve Honeyman. Honeyman's not going to get much. He might even lost one there.
Yeah, it looked like Tyler Kippen got in the backfield, defeated his block on the line of scrimmage, got in the backfield for TFL. Good stop there by Minot North.
So for both these teams, Josh, after the first couple possessions, are they just kind of feeling each other out, like kind of like a boxing match? We're waiting to throw the final jab, big blow.
Well, I think St. Mary's. I think they both got a decent feel for each other. St. Mary's, the penalty ends up being the a real hurt them on that drive, and I think North, they had the TFL and then threw the screen that was incomplete. You get in a 3rd and long. It's not what these teams are made for.
When we come back after our break, it's going to be Minot North football. Can they score? Will be another stop by St. Mary's. Stay with us.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride.
Welcome back to PSB Network. Minot North on the field. They're going to hand off back to nice front play there by the running back. That was Cole Richardson. Coach Holman telling me that twisted his ankle early on in the season, starting to make a comeback, and he's another guy to add on the way already to this big running back party, if you will.
Yeah, that was a good job up front there, especially by the O-line. Ran a little power play, little down, pulled the guard, and nice job there on 1st down. I think it's going to be a common theme to success tonight is how good are we going to be on 1st down? I think both teams are in that boat.
Here goes Dedman this time. Christian trying to find a spot. Nice tackle inside there by Dominic Zander, but it was a 1st down there for Dedman, who will move the chains for Minot North. So no surprise here. A lot of runs, but we've been trying to pay attention to the battle inside, in the trenches. That's where this game is going to be won, we both feel. What have you seen from that defensive run from St. Mary's this second go-round?
Well, so far so good, right? 3 runs, 3 big gains. Good patience there by the running back, just waiting for that hole to develop, and it's going to be a test of will here. Who can hold out the longest?
Blickery's going to give her back to Dedman. Dedman trying to go a little bit more. Look at Dedman just keep the feet moving, Christian. Oh, my. But did he fumble? We're going to have to take a look at this one. St. Mary's saying, what did you see?
Down. I didn't see it, but I think his butt was hit the ground first. But.
It's time for a Ryan Family Dealership instant replay. All right, let's see here. Dedman. Did he go down? He's keeping the feet moving. I believe he was down. That is closer than most, but yeah, something to watch out. St. Mary's going for the football, but it's still 2nd and 3 for the Sentinels. Blickery. Hands off this time to Richardson. Richardson, he's going to be stopped, so St. Mary's defensive line wins that battle.
Yeah, looked like Jackson Barth was one of the guys there in the tackle. Nice job by the D-line holding up. He'll be a good test for him here, 3rd and 1.
What are you doing? QB sneak for Minot North?
I think some form of inside the tackle run, I think, is going to be on the call sheet here.
I formation. 3rd and 1 from the 42. Blickery is going to sneak it. Picks the left side. Blickery had more room to spare, just like the Philadelphia Eagles. That push was excellent by up front. Let's take another look, and Blickery's just got a nose for finding those open holes.
Yeah, nice job there. It's a not a common skill that people talk about, but good job running to the open gap, getting the first down, and moving the chains.
1st and 10 now from the 49. Appreciate our sponsors tonight, BNC National Bank. Your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easily with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit them online today. It's bnc.bank. How about Cooper Chick this time? Find a little space and more. He picks up the first down, and the wheels on this offense for Minot North starting to take shape.
Yeah, there's that power play again, and, great patience there by number 7. I'm not sure which one of the
Cooper Chick.
Cooper Chick. Yeah, nice
there's
job
a lot of
there.
them. This time they're going to give it to the big man, Evan Berg, fumbling, bumbling, tumbling forward for, I believe, a 4-yard gain. But you notice that about Minot North, Josh. Once they get a good play, they're right up on the line, and they just don't know if it's going to be a play action or just a simple fullback dive like that time.
Yeah, I like that. I like that thought process. We had some success. It's got them on their heels. Let's go try to run something quick. And then you can be multiple out of that. I'm sure they only got about 2 or 3 plays that they run fast, but they probably complement each other well.
Chick again now. Look, he's diving everywhere. Chick pushed forward. Beautiful job there by the offensive lineman. That was Tyler Steele saying, here, buddy, I'll help you go forward. So Chick picks up the first down and more.
Yeah, there's that power play again, going to the right side this time. That's going to be something that, St. Mary's probably on the D line, I would say, maybe some movement, maybe some different things to try to negate that play.
I love when an offensive lineman just grabs a guy in the back and pushes him for another 4 yards.
Good effort. Finish the play.
Blickery now to Dedman. Christian, nice move, absorbs contact, but tackled there. Nice tackle by St. Mary's. And there's Marcus Anderson, another player. He plays quarterback, defensive back, 6 foot, 185, a junior. But this linebacker crew is not only talented skill-wise, but they blitz a lot for St. Mary's.
Yeah, St. Mary's has ran this 3-4 system for a long time, and they've got a lot of answers to different things within their system, and I'm sure Coach is going to do something here to answer these run plays.
Another handoff here, again, this time to Cole Richardson. So far in this drive alone, we've seen 4 different running backs. So Coach Holman and staff sticking to the running back by committee. 0 pass plays so far on this drive.
Yeah, I feel like right now, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, that should be the thought process. And this is where you got to be aware of play action at some point.
Yes.
Those linebackers and those safeties start creeping up, and now you got a chance for a big play.
Blickery's going to keep it on the sneak. This time, no dice as it's sniffed out by Drake Amon, the sophomore. Tonight's Red Zone is brought to you by Serve Pro, 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. That does pick up the first down, so 1:48 to go. This first quarter is flying by.
Yeah, a lot of runs. It's quite the weapon, and I got to give Coach Holman a lot of credit. Typically, offensive coaches want to run a fancy play and have all these schemes and do all this stuff. Hey, we need a yard. We're going to do it with the QB sneak.
Blickery on the play action was looking for Jack Quinnett, but a huge hit down there on the QB.
Vincent Lagenfelder.
Lagenfelder there. Let's take another look. And you saw Jack Winnett. You knew it was going to happen right when you're talking about. Look at Jack Winnett, top of your screen, runs a route. DB gets a little confused, but they're playing a little zone there, so the safety comes over.
Yeah, nice job by the safety playing over the top of him. That's what you were talking about, the little bit of double coverage, making sure they know where he's at. Really good job by St. Mary's being disciplined there.
The big man, Evan Berg, now he's going to be awfully close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him here. We're under 1 minute remaining. Clock is running. So they are going to give him a first down. Or they're going to cut him short.
One saying first down, the other one said third. So it looks like third and short. I can probably guess what play we're going to run.
Me too. Blickery under center. He's going to keep it himself. He's got some moves on the outside. Blickery again. It's QB sneak special for Mr. Blickery.
Yeah, that's that's something I'm sure they're going to make an adjustment on the sideline there. If you're St. Mary's, that we got to be able to defend that play if we want to be successful moving forward tonight.
I mean, watch this play at the beginning. He's stuffed. They got him. They lose contain on him, and there he goes. He's done that so much this year.
Yeah, the edge defender there just gets out lever and he runs around him, and that's hard as a coach. What are you doing? You got a guy in the right spot, right? One guy made the play.
On for the extra point is the senior Joseph Nelson. Nelson's extra point is up, and it is good. So we're close to after 33 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Minot North makes good on their second possession of the football game with a Blickery, let's call it a scramble. Sneak isn't that fun. It's a quarterback scramble here. We're taking a short break. When we come back, St. Mary's will have a chance to answer.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Welcome back to PSB's Network's coverage of Friday Night Football. My name is Dallas Hanson. Alongside in the booth with me is Josh Cattell. Appreciate our sponsors tonight, one of them being First International Bank and Trust. They are a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online today at FIBT.com. We're just talking off air a little bit. I think everybody in the stadium knew Blickery was going to sneak that one in, but still, kudos to Minot North for getting that to punch it in.
Yeah, it's a mark of a good offense right there. When everybody knows what you're running and you can still execute it at a high level, that's a good sign of things to come.
Olsen sends this one deep. It's picked up by Beckett Price. Price tries to make a move, but he pays the price. Nice tackle on special teams there by Tyler Kippen. So out marches the St. Mary's Saints. Talking about how we've had a few miscues here offensively in this season thus far. Could easily have a few more wins on the docket, but instead we find ourselves at 1-3, and tonight has to be one of those nights where we take advantage of the times we have to score. We saw in the one drive they missed a kid wide open down the field, but they got to be saying Goldfish memory, new drive, new scene.
Oh, absolutely, but it is going to be important to get a good answer to that drive. Minot North really kind of imposed their will offensively, so St. Mary's now needs to come back with an answer.
Thomas Wilson, the junior, joining the backfield with Beckett Price. Wilson two to his left, two to his right. Wilson's going to go deep, looking for somebody. Jack Juanette has it. Jack Juanette with the steal. Josiah heading to the 20, 25, 30, picks up a block. Jack Juanette making plays. He's going to bring it out to the 45. So the broadcaster's jinx lives on because we were talking about how they had to not have any miscues, and we take a look here at Ryan Family Junior Vincent replay. Jack Juanette looks like he was fielding the punt.
Yeah, it was a good job. He was playing corner and dividing number 1 and number 2 receivers out there, and once the ball was thrown, he leaves his zone and plays the ball very well and makes a heck of a play and good return.
BNC National Bank scoreboard, Minot North 7, St. Mary's 0. BNC National Bank, your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC online. That's bnc.bank. So Sentinels now with a chance on the road. 13 seconds left. A big drive here because you go up by double scores. It's going to be tough to come back. They're going to hand off to Chick here. Cooper Little stutter step there, and that's going to bring us to the end of quarter one. As Chick picks up a few. That'll bring up 2nd and 8, or excuse me, 2nd and 5, they're going to say. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Minot North, they will continue on. My name is Dallas Sands alongside Josh Cattell. Don't touch that dial.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Welcome back to PSP Network. Not only is it myself and Josh Cattell here, but check out our schedule of events presented by, by Bowen's Barbecue. Let's see if we can get it up here. Sorry about that, everybody, but Bowen's Barbecue, it's not only us, but we got 4 other games on the docket. Where else can you get this kind of coverage of North Dakota sports? Let me tell you, nowhere. So make sure you subscribe to PSP Network. And the best part about all this, Josh, is it's for free.
Absolutely.
All you have to have is a YouTube account, basically, or just know how to log in. Even my grandma can do that. So
Absolutely. You wonder how much the wind played in that last play call for St. Mary's. It was probably the last play of the quarter, last play downwind, got aggressive, and now North's got the ball back.
Nice run there by Cooper Chick. How about the spin cycle? He put a few of the St. Mary's Saints in. We're going to have to get rid of that instant replay right now because they're showing no huddle here. So here come the Sentinels offense. Fullback Evan Berg gets it. Going to gain about 5 to 6 yards there for a 2nd and short. And it's kind of funny, Josh. It's almost like keep it simple. We're not going to get too fancy if we're Minot North because you said it earlier, what's working is working. Let's not mess with it.
Yeah, a lot of times coaches get in their own way, but Coach Holman's doing a nice job tonight. Looks like we've got a little laundry on the field here. This one will probably come back with a hold.
Cooper Chick with the halfback toss, but as my partner tonight said, we got some laundry. So we'll see what the officials have to say.
Yeah, and this is going to be the thing tonight. You know, like we talked about earlier, the last drive, the one St. Mary's, the first drive of the game, penalty, moves them back behind the sticks, end up punting. North on their first drive, get a TFL, throw an incomplete pass, 3rd and long. Not either of these teams are made for 3rd and long, or they don't want to be in that situation. So it's going to be interesting to see how they answer here.
No, you're exactly right. So that brings up 2nd and 14. So we're going to have a trips left and trips right here for Blickery and Minot North. Jack Winnett is in the slots position. He's going up on a fade route right now. Blickery looking for him. Blickery still looking. It went in and out. I believe he was looking for Cooper Chick there, but it almost ended up in Jack Winnett's hands.
Yeah, they got into scramble drill there, and I don't know which one he was throwing. I think he was throwing to Chick, but the number 1 was right there, and yeah, I thought he was going to tuck and run. I thought he had a chance to gain some yards there, but
yeah, it goes right in between Jack Winnett's hands. He was looking for Cooper Chick. Sometimes they don't ask how, they ask how many, but that one will be an incompletion. Trips right. Now they're going to throw Deadman, or that's not Deadman, wide receiver up to the top. 3rd and 14. Just going to do a screen to Chick. Chick's got a lot of grass. Cooper Chick puts on the gas. Here goes Chick. 10-5, touchdown. The Sentinels are starting to sizzle here at St. Mary's High School.
Oh, I tell you what, 52, Andres Good was running stride for stride downfield. Old lineman number 52, love to see that. He was stride for stride all the way to the goal line. Check him out on the screen here.
I love it.
That's great effort by an old lineman. You love to see that. That's winning football right there.
13-0, 10:53 to go here in the first half. Olsen on for the extra point. Cooper Chick, does he run the 100-meter dash because his feet were on fire?
Yeah, good play call, good execution, and another touchdown on the board for North.
Olsen's extra point is up, and it is good. So with 10:53 to go in the first half, your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot North 14, the St. Mary's Saints 0. When we come back, St. Mary's will have another chance on offense here.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Well, they just turned the lights on here at St. Mary's Field. What a beautiful night for our favorite game, that is football. Thank you for joining us here on PSP Network. My name is Dallas Sanson alongside the great, the powerful Josh Cattell. So far, the Sentinels taking advantage off of an interception by Josiah Jacquanet. They made good, switched sides of the field, and we saw Cooper Chick run in a 45-yard, we'll call it a screenplay, pretty much.
Definitely.
And Chick putting on the Jets there. Olsen now to kick it deep. Picked up again by Beckett Price. Excuse me, that's Brady Ruggles. Ruggles brings out all the way to the 27-yard line. So out trots St. Mary's. Let's put the coaching cap on you right now, Josh. What are you going to try to do with this offensive series?
I think you got to go back to, okay, this was our game plan early. We got a lot of game left. We got to establish the run, stay ahead of the chains, take care of the football. That's the big thing right now. Big Mo is on Minot North side, and we got to play a keep away a little bit here in this second quarter.
St. Mary's and Thomas Wilson coming off that interception. Going to try to right the ship here with 10:46 to go. 1st and 10. First play of this possession. Wilson's going to hand off up the middle to Zach Richter. Richter's going to be stopped. Nice job there by the defensive line, and we're seeing a lot of flow defensively, both sides, but Minot North got the best on that play.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the one concern probably right now, if you're St. Mary's, defensively, you got a lot of the same guys playing O-line and D-line.
Yeah.
With North running the ball like they are, the energy that it takes to defend North, and now you got to go out and now you got to go be offense and block. Are they going to be able to hold up as this game goes on and be able to move the point?
We're going to see I formation here. Just one wide receiver out to the right. 2nd and 8 on the 31. Going to be a halfback toss to their big playmaker, Beckett Price. Price gobbled up there. Nice play by Christian Dedman from Minot North. Rocking that left knee brace, but still able to make a nice play. And, just to see him fill and to see the linebacker position, such a terrific, skilled player offensively, but look at the defensive prowess.
Yeah, North's doing a good job right now schematically. They've got all 4 D linemen inside the tackles, taking away the inside run, making you throw it to the outside, and they got good leverage and good linebacker play right now, filling. Coming downhill fast, and now another 3rd and long here for St. Mary's.
Yeah, you nailed it earlier, partner. They want to stay away from these 3rd and longs. It's 3rd and 7. St. Mary's needs a play here. Who's going to make it for them? They're going to roll out to the right, looking, almost got it. And he was trying to find Dominic Zander, but Wilson with the rollout just a little short.
Yeah, tough there, rolling out to your left, hard for a right-handed quarterback, and a little pressure in his face, and just had to let go of the ball a little early.
You see here, he doesn't quite get his feet set, but it was a good pressure there by the defensive line from Minot North. So the punt team comes back on the field. Beckett Price is the punter. No fake this go round. Beautiful spiraling punt. Oh my. Jack Juanette's going to call a fair catch back at the 25. How about that punt by Price?
Wow, that was very, very good kick there.
We're taking a short break. 9:10 to go in the first half. You've been watching PSP Network.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Handoff goes right up the middle to Cooper Chick again. Chick is going to be tackled rather quickly by Dominic Zander. One of our messages tonight, one of our sponsors is the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 7, and Saturday, 8:30 to 3. The UPS store located in Marketplace Foods Plaza. For all your packaging and shipping needs, make sure to check them out alongside Minot State, the best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Minot State grads get jobs. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State University. Nice drop up the middle there. That was by Cole Richardson, so we're seeing a lot of Richardson here who's off of the ankle injury.
Yeah, nice job there. St. Mary's getting two relatively good stops, successful first and second down defensively. Third and medium here now. What's North going to do?
PA announcer says 3rd and 8. I see 3rd and 6. Blickery in the eye. Jacquinette in the slot. They're looking for Jacquinette. They'll find him. Jacquinette picks up the first down and more. And that was a beautiful job by the wide receiver, Josh, because he stopped right where that zone kind of opened up.
Yeah, understanding the defense and where the space to throw the ball was. I also really encouraged by Blickery there. That's something you'd like to see them build on. 1, 2, 3 balls out of his hand, quick, in rhythm, not holding on to it. Nice job. Pre-snap read, which led to a completion.
Blickery to Jacquinette. Jacquinette is a senior alongside his QB1. This time they're going to give it back to the TD scorer himself. That's Cooper Chick. Goes for about a rush of 3 yards. Brings up 2nd down and 7. St. Mary's defensive coaches here yelling out, boys, we got to start rushing towards the middle of the pile there. I think they're worried about some of those running backs absorbing that first contact and getting away from the first initial defender.
Yeah, defensively you always want to tackle as a team, and you want to be you don't want that thing to fall forward. You want to be able to push it back and make that thing go backwards.
Twins right. Blickery almost gets sacked, gets away from it. He's going to look deep. Oh my, what a beautiful catch by Cameron Jez. Look at that, you just got mossed. Take another look at that one. That took some big concentration.
Yeah, nice job there by Blickery, just giving his guy a chance to make a play.
Blickery off to Dedman. Dedman's going to go. He's got some room on the outside. 25. Dedman with a stiff arm all the way up to the 15. Christian Dedman picks up a nice 20 yards.
Yeah, touchdown saving tackle there by the safety.
Dedman ran out of his shoes. So fast, he makes fast people look not fast. We're going to have a timeout on the field. I believe St. Mary's wants time. We'll take time as well. The Sentinels, #1 team in the state, starting to put together another drive, looking to go up 3 scores. Will they do it? We'll find out when we come back. Major shout out to St. Mary's Pep Band doing an outstanding job here. The house is packed. Cars for miles. We're in the capital city of Bismarck, North Dakota. My name is Dallas Sands alongside Josh Cattell. 6:53 to go here in the first half. Josh, what do you think of this #1 ranked Minot North football team?
Well, they've been impressive. They obviously, we've talked about it to exhaustion, and they're running the ball efficiently, and now we're seeing some plays downfield with the wide receivers.
The handoff back to Richardson. Cole, that is. He's going to go for a gain of 4 yards. Tonight's Red Zone is brought to you by Serve Pro. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. 2nd down, we'll say about 6. Player to watch, again, it's made a few plays defensively and offensively. Jacquinette, he's going to be the only wide receiver on this formation. Richardson in the backfield. This time they will give it to Richardson. He's going to go, absorbs contact again, but a good gang tackle and a good job there. The initial guy on it was Marcus Anderson for the Saints.
Yeah, just doing multiple things in the run game right now. Minot North. That time we had a little counter play coming back to the weak side. Yeah, nice job by St. Mary's getting it tackled.
Rolling with the I formation, and Coach Holman loves this. He loves his running game.
Reverse.
Oh, a reverse here. Beautiful play to Braxton Thompson, and Thompson's going to score. How about that? Braxton for a quick score.
There's my guy, Andres Good again, man. He's out there. He leaks out, gets out there, and leads the way to the end zone once again.
Thompson was playing that slot back spot. Came around on the reverse, and like you said, partner, the offensive lineman getting out and moving tonight. They earned that pizza for the bus ride home.
Oh, yeah, they're doing their work tonight, that's for sure.
Olsen for the extra point. Extra point is up, and it is right down Broadway. So Minot North proving their worth in gold here tonight on the road at St. Mary's, 21-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. We'll be back after a short break from one of our great sponsors.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Well, if you're ever in Minot, North Dakota, the best pizza on the planet is in Minot. It's Planet Pizza. They've been around for over 25 years. They have the largest laser tag playground for the kids in the region, a giant lunch buffet for the adults, and they deliver. Call now 701-852-1700. Olsen now to kick off for the Sentinels, who look good so far, up 21-0. Will we see a comeback? Time will tell. Back to pick it up is Brady Ruggles. Ruggles going to kick it out to the 20. Brings it out to right around the 21-yard line. Nice tackle there on the special teams by Leon Holzer.
Yeah, nice job by the coverage team there. Yeah, Minot North so far, they're as advertised. They came out, they're handling their business. I think they went 3 and they had a punt on their first series of the game, and ever since then it's been foot on the pedal.
We talk a lot about Minot North's offense, but let's be honest, defense wins championships. Their defense is getting a lot of breaks. I know they have a lot of two-way players, but this defense is playing really well as well.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of stopping the run. They've got a turnover already tonight. They got lucky. The one MA they had, St. Mary's just couldn't convert.
They're going to go back to pass this time. Wilson looking, just overshot Brady Ruggles that time. So 2nd and 10, trying to get that connection to Ruggles. Good route, just not able to complete it was Thomas Wilson.
Yeah, it was a good throw, right read. Just couldn't throw that second level ball. Just couldn't get it over the first level and back down to his receiver.
5:41 to go here in the first half. Thank you for choosing PSP Network. Got 4 other games going on around the state as well. So we are number 5. Appreciate everybody that made tonight possible, including Nick Holberg back at the mothership. We have trips right this time for the St. Mary's Saints. Sentinels showing blitz. They'll drop back. Tip ball. It's going to be picked off again. Nice job by Berg. Berg's going to go. Could he go all the way? 10-5, touchdown, Harrison Schaefer. Outstanding job.
Tips and overthrows. Defensive coaches talk about it all the time. That's how you score on defense. Tips and overthrows.
Take a look at this one on the Ryan Family Dealership Instant Replay. Schaefer, right place, right time. I'm taking this one to the house. Excellent blocking on the way after the pick, too.
Yeah, nice job by the D-line. That thing starts there. Get pressure on the quarterback, get hands in his face, cause the tip, and then the skinny guys in the back get a benefit from it. But nice job there by Minot North.
Olsen one more time here. We still got 5:29 to go. Sentinels putting up points here. 27 right now, trying to make it 28. Olsen's kick is up, and it is good. So he's 4 for 4 in extra points tonight. Well, St. fans hoping for some offensive power coming up on this drive. We shall see if they get it. We'll be back after a short break.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous edition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
I want to thank Farstead Oil for making tonight possible. Contact Farstead Oil today to find out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938 and committed to outstanding customer service, and they are reliable as it comes. Farstead Oil, Also, BSN, they create exclusive personalized solutions for North Dakota high school and collegiate programs. From custom equipment, uniforms and coaches, apparels for fans to wear, branding and more, they do it all. Contact your BSN sales pro today. Scott Woodmansey, Greg Foster, Naomi Erdahl, Nate Zachman, and sales manager Joe Cattell.
Whoa. I keep telling him I think we should put his cell phone number on here for advertising purposes.
We should.
So that way everybody can contact there,
Apparently BSN is buying wings tonight for everybody after the game. That'd be pretty cool. Olsen sends this one very deep. Brady Ruggles this time looking for some space. Excellent hit by the special teams, and I know special players make special plays, but the special teams do an outstanding job tonight for the Sentinels.
Yeah, I think that it's something that probably doesn't get noticed and talked about very often, but this Minot North special teams coverage, especially right now tonight, we've seen them a few times now, doing a great job of staying in their lanes, leveraging the football, getting it tackled for minimal gain. Very nice job by the cover team.
Don't forget, at halftime, we got our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. We'll talk about stats, scores, and stats from around the area. Appreciate Moonlight Home Improvement. Here come the Saints. Trying to make something here. I formation. Toss out to the right. That goes to that goes to Beckett Price, but he stopped again. And
Tyler Kippen.
I mean, look at this. It's been crazy.
It's tough right now. The North defense is loading the box. They got 5 guys in the line of scrimmage. They're making you go east and west, and then they're doing a great job of rallying to the football. St. Mary's just going to have to find a way to get to the second level somehow.
Thomas Wilson, who struggled a little bit tonight, threw 2 interceptions already here. We're still in the first half, facing a 2nd and 13. Wide receiver to his left, wide receiver to his right. They're going to hand off. It's going to go again to Beckett Price. Price is going to be tackled again, and it's by the man who just made the interception, Harrison Schaefer.
Yeah. Nice job there. Christian Dedman there does a good job of doing his job, right? Making sure that thing gets cut back inside to the linebackers, and that's good team defense right now by Minot North. They're very disciplined in the box, at least, as far as run assignments and responsibilities.
Cameron Jez, another one of those great players, a 6'4", 200-pound junior. He wears number 5, plays that safety spot, but also rolls down to blitz every now and then. St. Mary's hands off to the big man. That's going to be Zach Richter. Zach Richter still pumping those legs, trying to make a first down. He's going to be awfully close. You got to love a guy that wears a Mike Allstott pad situation, if you will. Check out Richter here on the instant replay.
Oh, yeah, the cowboy collar is for sure.
Took a few Sentinels there with him for a while.
Yeah, nice extra effort by the O-line of St. Mary's. Not being done to the whistle blows, pushing that thing for an extra few yards.
They gave him the first down, so it's 1st and 10 from the 32. Wilson under center. Hands off again to Zach Richter. He's going to go up the middle here for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7. Clock is running here.
Yeah, a little different approach here the last couple plays. Just little quick dive plays, trying to be quick, not trying to develop any pullers or get the ball. Nothing too elaborate, right? We're just going to block the guy in front of us, take care of our gap, push the pile.
One guy we've been waiting to see here is the tight end Jackson Barf, a big kid. Nice route runner as well. And also Brady Ruggles, number 14. He's an excellent wide receiver, so might be checking them out here with under 3 to go in the first half. Or they could just hand it off here. Another handoff to Beckett Price. He'll gain 3 yards to bring up 3rd and 4. Crowd getting a little hostile here. Thought that hit was
a little extracurricular, a little extra there. Just making sure he knew he was there.
Max Hall on the tackle. 2:30 and counting here.
That's the old, I said it last week and I'll say it again. It's a lot easier as a coach to pull back on the leash than kick someone in the butt to get them going. So you want them to be smart, but you want them to be aggressive. It's kind of there's always a fine line of what part of the whistle you play to.
Well, Coach Schweitzer wants time for the St. Mary's offense to discuss things here as we're nearing halftime. 2:18 on the clock here right now. Sentinels all over the Saints, 28-0.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here. Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah. It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Hey, it's PSP Network. My name is Dallas Hansen alongside Josh Cattell. Thank you for joining us here on this fine Friday night in the great state of North Dakota. The lights are on, the football is aired up, the players are ready to go here as Sentinels trying to play a little defense and keep the shutout rolling. It's 3rd and 4. St. Mary's after that timeout, Coach Schweitzer trying to figure out this defense and how they can make a play. And you get the feeling, Josh, if they can score here, get a little momentum going into half, it could turn this game around.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't want to give them the ball back here before the half ends either.
Deep ball here, double coverage. Hannon's got a chance at it. Oh, the Sentinels play defense on each other. It was Hannon alongside of William Hannon, so both the Hannon boys going after that one, and they just knocked it out of each other's hands there.
Yeah, good coverage there, both playing the ball. 24, the safety there, he had a good shot at it, and luckily for, St. Mary's there, take a shot, not a big deal. If they pick it off, it's just as good as a punt there, so, not too at fault there at the quarterback position. Take a chance.
Yeah, that was Kyle Hannon, the sophomore, and William Hannon, the junior.
Going for it.
They're going to go for it here. Here we go. A little fireworks in the first half. 4th and 4. Saints. Blitz coming from Dedman. It's picked up. The ball is tipped. Oh, and the wide receiver caught it. Beautiful play there. Right place, right time. For Brady Ruggles, we were just talking about where is Brady Ruggles. We want to see Brady Ruggles. Well, there he is.
There you go. For as many times as the ball bounces the wrong way, you can't be mad when it bounces your way, so you got to take it. Rather be lucky than good sometimes.
Nice job by Brady Ruggles. Even bounced off of one tackler. That's a 1st and 10, 152. Now you get the sense from the St. Mary coaching staff, okay, we got a first down. Let's get going here. We still got a ways to go. 51 yards. We need to score here, and we need it bad. Wilson gives it to his fullback, Zach Richter. Again, Richter's going to get about 4 yards in a cloud of dust here to bring up 2nd and 5, I believe.
Yeah, one timeout left for St. Mary's. I'd like to see the urgency just a little bit here. Maybe after the next, if they get another first down, maybe they'll speed it up a little bit here. But they are, the clock is ticking, running out of a little time.
Yeah, they only got one timeout as well here. I formation, 2 wide outs. Under center, Wilson this time. He's going to drop back to pass. Wilson going to have to roll out to his right, chased heavy. It's going to be a sack lunch, and that belongs to Ethan Howie.
Yeah, unfortunately, the pressure got to Wilson. I think he had a chance to step up there, but he decides to get flushed out to the right and just nowhere to go out there.
Howie beats a double team there and is able to get the quarterback sack. Just excellent pursuit of the football. Brings up a big one, 3rd and 14, and it looks like the Saints might just let this one run out.
Well, they're going to have to run.
They're going to have to run one here. 10 seconds on the play clock, 29 on the game clock. Trips right. 5 seconds now. Crowd starting to get hostile. Back to pass. We got another sack. This defense for the Sentinels is showing up and showing out. That's William Bentley with the sack this time.
Yeah, we got a timeout. Minot North. I'd expect a punt. Try to block a punt here would be my guess. 15 seconds left in the half. You go all out, try to block it, make something happen here at the end. I kind of thought they might take the timeout after 3rd down. But coach decides to hold off. And
yeah, I thought that as well. But 4th and 14 here. We've got a punt situation. If you're the punter, are you just trying to kick this one out to make Minot North run a play to maybe get a score? Or are you going to take a chance here and try to kick it deep?
If I'm talking to him right now, I'm like, make sure we kick the thing. Because if you're Minot North, if I'm Minot North, I'm going after for a block punt. Because that's about the only time. You have 15 seconds left. If you rough the kicker, you have a penalty. There's still not a ton of time left for the offense to score. It's a perfect opportunity to try to make a big play on special teams. They still have 2 returners back, though.
Oh, yeah. Jack Juanette's going to be back there along with Gavin Toby. Toby, who's another good playmaker for this Sentinel team. We shall see. If my partner tonight, Josh Cattell, is right, will we see a blocked punt? It's It's going to be Beckett Price back to punt. He is a very athletic kid.
Oh, setting up a return.
Setting up a return. It's going to be Jack Wanette's turn. Jack Wanette's going to let it bounce. And then he's going to pick it up. Jack Wanette's got some space, trying to find a hole. Jack Wanette's going to bring it out to the 43-yard line. Whoa, a lot of extracurricular activity here. We've got some referees throwing some laundry. 3 seconds left in the first half. Hold. Got a hold here. It's getting a little spicy out there on the field tonight.
The double team on the gunner. That's never a fun job to be in. Unless you're in the double team.
The two going at it.
If you're getting double teamed, that's not that. I was never fast enough to be out in that spot, so I never had to worry about that too much.
I had to do it a few times for Coach Bijou and Dickinson State, and it's not a fun job.
You guys never punted though, did you?
No, but we never had shotgun in offense. And then Bijou was getting asked by a sports reporter, "Are you going to see shotgun?" He goes, "Yeah, I put it in. It's called punt." So
wasn't it inside right,
inside right,
left?
Yep.
If that didn't work, you went back to outside right.
Midline.
Then you went back to inside right again. I think.
Midline left, midline right, veer left, play action, tight end drag.
Yeah.
3 pages. Let's get it down to 3 pages. 100 years of football for Dickinson State next year. Coach Stanton and the boys in the Frontier now. But we are watching AA football here, and Blickery's going to take a knee, and that's going to bring us to half. Your BNC National Bank scoreboard looks a little bit like this. Minot North Sentinels #1, looking like #1 and looking good in the capital city, up 28-0 against St. Mary's. Coming up after a short break is our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. We'll be right back.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain. We never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
If you're in the Minot area and looking for a rental, start here. I just moved and had no idea where to begin, but then I found Creative Property Management. They've got the most listings in town, apartments, townhomes, even single-family homes. They made it easy, helped me find a place that felt like home, and their 24/7 maintenance means no stress. Whether you're new to the area or just ready for a change, book a tour with CPM today.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Welcome back to PSP Network. My name is Dallas Hanson alongside Josh Cattell. Thank you for joining us here. You're listening to our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Moonlight Home Repair, they are your home renovation specialist in the Magic City. If you've been putting off that basement, kitchen, bathroom, or any interior renovation, now is the time. Book your free estimate with MHI. And hey, listen to this. Mention PSP Network and get up to 10% off your project's invoice. Call Drew now at 701-721-4612 or head to moonlighthomeimprovement.com. Right now you see on the scoreboard it's been Minot North all night, making the trip down here to St. Mary's up 28-0. Let's talk a little bit about what we saw from the Minot North offense in the first half. We knew we were going to see some runs. We knew we were going to see some bigger plays, but one of the big plays that reads my mind is the Cooper Chick halfback screen where the offensive lineman got out and blocked for their running back to make the score.
Yeah, and the the hard part for that, if you're St. Mary's, you get them into 3rd and long. You do your job on 1st and 2nd down. There was a penalty, backed them up, looking like you're going to get off the field, and then they execute a screenplay. And I mean, we raved about, what was it, Andre's good.
Yeah.
But nice job by Cooper Chick, good execution by the rest of the O-line. They've been impressive. They've been as advertised. They've ran the ball extremely well. We don't have stats here, but I'm sure it's pretty lopsided in that category. And then, the defense getting some points as well.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about the offense for the Sentinels, but it's been the defense. 2 interceptions. Jack Wannett had 1, and then also I believe it was Harrison Schaefer who had the pick 6. So excellent job by the defense. Everybody talks about the Minot North offense, but tonight it's been the defense leading the way.
Yeah, they had a punt on their first series, but they have scored points every series since then. So if you're St. Mary's right now, you got to limit that, 28-0. I mean, probably could be a little worse. Obviously, the clock's running because there's a lot of running and the football's getting, the clock's not stopping. And then offensively, you just got to find a way to get first downs and build on first downs and find a way to attack this North defense, who's doing exactly what we've told. They are going to control the line of scrimmage, and they have done a very good job of that so far.
Let's take a look at St. Mary's. The Saints, who have struggled a little bit, have a few turnovers, and we talked about in our keys to the game, you said control what you can control, and one of those things is turnovers, and they just can't do it against the #1 team. But let's put on the coaching cap here, Mr. Cattell, and if you're head coach of the St. Mary's Saints and Toby Schweitzer, what are you saying to your team at halftime?
I think it comes down to let's be disciplined.
Yeah.
We can't have the penalties that set us back, that make us go backwards. We got to execute. We're not going to get 28 points back in one play. It's going to take a couple drives, and we got to go build some momentum, get in the end zone, get some points on the board, and then build off of that as it goes.
You've been listening to our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Make sure to check them out. That's moonlighthomeimprovement.com, or give Drew a call at 701-721-4612. Got 1:25 left to go. You got some scores that you'd like to tell us from around the area?
Let's look around. So here we got AAA right now. West Fargo Horace up 48-7 on Fargo North with 9 minutes left in the 4th. You got Bismarck Legacy up 28-6 on Williston with 2 minutes left in the first half. Shanley is beating West Fargo 36-21. Bismarck, who's receiving votes this week, 21-0 over Minot High at the end of the first half. Bismarck Century playing Mandan over at the Bowl, 31-0. Bismarck Century in the lead. I tell you what, we watched them last week. We did that game. They got their quarterback back. They are looking like a team that's going to challenge everybody for that final spot at the end of the year. And then you got Fargo Davies 30-13 beating West Fargo Cheyenne.
Well, not only is it me and Josh here at St. Mary's, but we got a lot of football going around, presented by Bones Barbecue. Make sure to check them out in Minot, North Dakota. One of my favorite places to honestly eat is Bones. Mandan versus Century, Bismarck versus Minot High, Watford City and Dickinson, and also some single A, DLB versus Bishop Bryan. How about that single A? It's a very talented division. You got Velva as well, who's kind of the top dog. Maybe I think they're ranked 3 now, but have been playing good football.
Yeah, up 36-6 right now at the end of the first half over Ray Powers Lake. Yeah, they've been good. That's a program. I mean, that program has been good since the beginning of time. It feels like I remember hearing that cannon go off every time they score. I still have nightmares once in a while about that. But now the Garrison Troopers are part of that co-op, so you can't leave them out when you say Velva. You got to make sure you go Velva.
Yes, you're right. That's a good call. Well, you've been listening to our Moonlight Home Improvement halftime show. Thank you for being with us tonight. We've got about 2 minutes till our second half kicks off. Make sure to join us and make sure to check out Moonlight Home Improvement.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Well, we got about 45 seconds here till second half kicks off. We want to thank a few of our sponsors that made tonight possible. Farstead Oil. Make sure to check out how their skilled sales team can help you achieve your wholesale fuel, mobile lubricants, and DEF needs. Proudly serving North Dakota, Montana, and western Minnesota since 1938. They're committed to their outstanding customer service and being reliable. That's Farstead Oil. Also want to thank Northern Plains Heating and Air. Winter's on its way, so make sure that furnace is working at 100%. Call Dylan today at 222-2155. For all your furnace and AC needs, again, that's Dylan at Northern Plains Heating and Air, 222-2155. Planet Pizza, Minot State, the UPS store, and ourselves here at PSP Network. We're gearing up, and want to thank everybody who's been along for the ride tonight. We've seen number one make the journey down here from Minot to Bismarck, about an hour and 45-minute drive, maybe 2 hours in a bus. But we heard Coach Holman say these kids treat road trips like a business trip, and that's what we've been seeing so far tonight.
Yeah, they've been very business-like tonight. They obviously know what they want to do, and they've come out here and they've executed it. And like we said, there's a couple times out there where everybody in the stadium knows what play's coming at them, and they're still able to get positive yards and execute the play, and that's really hard to do, and that's a mark of a really good football team.
Well, it's going to be Minot North kicking off to St. Mary's. The Saints coming out of halftime going to be looking for a score here to try to get back into this ball game. It's going to be Olsen, who's an outstanding kicker, also a soccer player, I am told, doing the kicking duties for Minot North. Minot North last week had probably the best fake field goal play I've ever seen in my life. It was fantastic. So their special teams is a big part of this makeup of this number one team. Back to get the ball is going to be Brady Ruggles. Ruggles up the seam here. Nice return to kick off the second half all the way to 37, but it looks like he fumbled. Hold the phone. Do we have a fumble on the play after Ruggles made a nice pickup? Take a look at our Ryan Family Dealership instant replay.
Looks like the offense is going out there. Big block out there, Marcus Anderson. Great block on the special teams, kind of sprung the big return, and St. Mary's with a little life coming out at halftime.
So we did fumble, but it was St. Mary's Saints who jumped on it, so good heads up there by their football team. And Thomas Wilson, will this second half be better than the first half for him? I know a lot of Saint fans are hoping so. He's got everything and more. He's just a junior, but he struggled a little bit tonight here. Going to hand off to his big fullback, but he's stuffed at the line, but still keeps it going. That's Zach Richter. Good job defensively. One of the players that met him at the line of scrimmage was William Bentley.
Yeah, trying to run a counter play there, and just too much penetration from the defense there of Minot North, and just never got started, and now you're looking at second and long.
Braxton Thompson was also in there on the tackle. Looking at some of these playmakers that we thought we'd see out of St. Mary's. I mean, Dominic Zander hasn't got the ball too much. Thomas Wilson has struggled at times inside the pocket. You've noticed that Minot North has really forced Wilson on the run a lot. He hasn't got really get his feet set inside.
Yeah, the defensive line has just done a good job of getting pressure, and in the back half's holding up.
They give it again to Zach Richter. Richter, he's going to be tackled. A lot of Sentinels in there on that one.
Yeah, just nowhere to go. Again, the D-line, you know, we talked about it. The line of scrimmage is so important to North's success. And this side of the ball, as much as any side of the ball, they are holding up their end of the bargain tonight.
The big fullback, Evan Berg, who plays both ways. He's a middle linebacker as well as the fullback. Just a big kid. I mean, 5'10", 215. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they've got good size, good strength, and a bunch of upperclassmen. That's kind of what you get in that situation, right?
1,000%. Thomas Wilson now, wide receiver to his right and to his left. This time he's going to roll out to the left. Wilson running for his life. He's going to be sacked up again, right on cue. How about these Sentinels? It's Braxton Thompson. Eaton.
Yeah, he gets in the backfield right away. He just follows the pulling guard and chases it down from behind. Good effort play there by the backside D lineman.
Shoestring tackle that'll go down as a sack. It's now 4th and 9. St. Mary's is going to send out the punting unit. Beckett Price back to punt. Been excellent tonight. This one's end over end. Nice fair catch there. Very dangerous there by Gavin Toby. Here come the Sentinels, taking care of business right now, and Coach Holman talking to his senior leader, senior quarterback, and one of the toughest guys he's ever coached, and that's his quarterback. But when you're up by 28, you're on the road, number 1 team in the state, are you going to try to put Blickery in a lot of those tough situations? Are you going to try to hand it off to running back a little bit?
I think you're going to run your offense. I mean, they're going to hand the ball off. I don't know that. And I think if it's 3rd and 1, they're running quarterback sneak.
Probably. I like it too.
I don't think it might be 3rd and 4 they might run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, they're going to run their offense. They're going to keep trying to build. It's too early to put the brakes on, I guess, would be my thoughts.
Chick on the carry that time. He's very slow to get up. Hopefully Cooper's okay. He had the score off the screen, but looks like he is okay. They're going to still sub him out. Christian Dedman, who comes in, is an excellent story. Dedman, who was an all-conference player last season as a junior, had all the hopes and more. Then he injures his left knee and slowly but surely been coming back throughout the year. Now in Game 5, he finds himself getting a significant role.
Yeah, another big, strong kid on this team.
Blickery, look at the Patrick Mahomes-esque little toss out to William Bentley. Bentley's going to roll all the way down to the 45. Let's have another look at that one. That was a nice little Brett Favre toss, kind of a gunslinger move there.
Yeah, nice job there, and great finish of the run there by the tight end. What was that, 17, Will Bentley.
Little toss there, and give it to Christian Dedman this time. He's going to be stopped for a loss. Good job defensively by St. Mary's. Coming in there was Brooks Armstrong, along with a couple others, I believe. In there was 44 Jackson Barth.
That was the quick hurry up again after a big play. Kind of Minot North's MO here. No success. Good job by the Saints defense that time.
Minot North going to take their time now with 8:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. I formation. Dedman in the backfield. Jack Juanette off the ball here a little bit on the right side. Excuse me, that was Cole Richardson, who's coming off the ankle injury. He's going to get about a 3.5-yard gain. So good job there by Cole, who's making his way back off of the injury report. It's just funny to watch this Minot North team because if you're the defense, okay, Dedman's on the field. Okay, let's tackle him. All right, we gotta focus on him. Oh, then Cooper Chick comes out. Okay, Richardson now. It's like, oh my goodness, they just keep coming out of the woodworks.
Yeah, they just keep coming at you in bunches, and you know you got to think this place on the field. This is probably they're going to treat this like a 2nd down, 4-down territory type situation, but they are in 10 personnel. It looks like.
Trips right. Blickery is going to have a screen to Evan Berg. Evan Berg trying to get the 1st down. Good job defensively to get through that tough line, and that on the play was Bennett Grimm. So good job there by Bennett to get through. Also joined along with Dominic Zander, but I've seen a lot of screens, and when you get it to the big man, the fullback Berg, he's got a chance there for the 1st down.
Yeah, it's been executed at a high level too. Screens aren't the easiest thing to teach, and Minot North, you know, is doing a great job. You know, multiple different screens they've ran tonight and executed very well.
4th and 2. Blickery under center. Here comes the hard count. I absolutely love when Blickery does that. Now Holman's going to call timeout. Good job by St. Mary's not to fall for that. I guarantee on the scouting report that was saying hard count, hard count. So
they heard your pregame speech.
They heard it. They heard it. We're going to take a short break. A few messages from our sponsors.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you to call.
Welcome back to PSP Network's coverage of high school football. My name is Dallas Hansen alongside Josh Cattell. 4th and 2. Blickery just tried to do the hard count, then Coach Holman said, I want to take a timeout. Holman this time going to hand off to Christian Dedman. Dedman's going to get it and more. Dedman first down. It makes it all the way to the 20. Dedman's still on his feet. How about Christian Dedman and the power?
Yeah, good run. Yeah, it's just a physical football play. Hey, diddle, we're running it up the middle, and that's kind of been the story of the night for this North offense.
Shades of Tyler Roll.
He was a little different looking. That guy was a little different when he did it. But I talked to Coach Gibson last week at West Fargo. He said, man, I was a really good offensive coordinator. I was really good at calling plays when we had him in the backfield.
Coach Roll now coaching for the Detroit Lions, tight ends. Excellent guy. And here's another guy we've haven't seen much of tonight, but that's Hannon, number 24, a sophomore. Got a lot of carries last week against Fargo North, but just another weapon in this arsenal of running attacks for Minot North.
Yeah, they've got a good amount of skill guys, and obviously that's through your linebackers, that's your safeties, that's your wideouts, that's your corners. Really, it really goes well with those big guys they got up front that are moving the pile.
Second down now for the Sentinels. Blickery hands off to Jost. Jost going to keep going. Good job there by St. Mary's. You know, there's something to be said with the St. Mary's football team. It's easy to play when you're winning and everything's going well. You find out who your true players are when you're down and trying to find that next gear, if you will.
Yeah, there's been no letdown at all right now.
No.
Obviously, North is still seeing some success, but that's not to a lack of effort by St. Mary's. North's a good football team, and St. Mary's is just trying to do their best to limit it right now. Yeah? Hold them, bend but don't break if you're on the defense.
10 seconds on the play clock here for Blickery and company. Blickery's going to take the snap, rolls out to the left. Blickery looking for Jacquinette in the corner. Oh, just overthrew him here a little bit. Jacquinette was getting ready to get his feet set and everything as we take another look at our Ryan Family Dealership instant replay.
Yeah, took a shot there, rolling out to his left, right-handed quarterback. Yeah, just got to give him a chance. Got to keep that ball in bounce somehow.
Just, they say football is a game of inches. That was a few feet away, but one thing, if there's one knock on Minot North, it's they got to complete a few of those pass plays. Everybody knows they can run. Special teams have been making special plays tonight for Minot North. On to kick this field goal is going to be Joseph Olson, a 5'9" senior. Olson's going to line this one up. Spots up, it's good. Kick is up, and it is no good. Kind of had an awkward spin to it. Let's take another look.
Yeah, nice job there by the St. Mary's defense. Bend but don't break, right?
Yeah,
no points, no damage done. Now it's time for the offense to execute at a little higher level here.
Wasn't blocked, just kind of came off of his foot awkward. I want to thank BNC National Bank for the scoreboard tonight. Your life is busy. We'll make managing your money easy with locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Visit BNC Bank online. That's bnc.bank. Also, Ryan Family Dealership for the instant replay. At Ryan Dealerships, the commitment and respect for their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston or shop online at driveryan.com. The Saints quarterback keeper here. Keeping it rolling is Thomas Wilson. Then he's going to be sacked. Nice job again. And guess who? Christian Dedman.
Yeah, I think it was a little miscommunication of the backfielder, a little bobbled the exchange. And nice job by Wilson not making a bad play worse and takes it for a gain of 1. But, yeah, St. Mary's just has not looked comfortable on offense. I'd say that's probably the word I'm going to choose there, comfortable. Yeah, just haven't been able to get anything going, no momentum.
That's spot on. I mean, it's 4:30 left here in the third quarter, and I don't know if we've seen too many big explosive plays yet, but they could be loading here.
Nope.
Wilson's going to hand off. We're going to have a penalty flag. Nice run here by Beckett Price. Price still going, going to pick up the first down. We'll see what the officials have called here.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Beckett, getting downhill, getting behind his pads, but I think we might be going back the other way for a hold.
Listen to our white cap here. Well, that's been kind of the MO tonight for St. Mary's. Right when they get a good play, a little momentum going their way, they get a holding call, and now they're looking at a long second down.
Yeah, this just isn't – there's not built – neither of these teams are really built for third and second and long in these situations. You got to find a way to get half of it back here so you can get to third and manageable.
St. Mary's under junior quarterback Thomas Wilson. They've got some youth with this offense, something to build on for next year as well. Wilson this time going to toss it out to Beckett Price. Price makes one man miss. Beckett Price is off to the races. The 40. Beckett, can he do it? Beckett's going to try to go the other way. He can see the end zone, but it's going to be one man to beat. Oh, down at the 15, but Beckett Price, a good job making the Sentinels pay the price.
Oh, great effort play there by 23, the safety for North, saving the touchdown, but awesome run. Beckett does a nice job of setting up the block originally in the backfield, and then what a burst of speed coming out of the backfield there for the young man from St. Mary's.
Yeah, that was Luke Richardson. Good job there, as you talked about, partner. The sophomore put on the Jets himself with a touchdown-saving tackle, but Beckett Price helping this St. Mary's offense get something rolling here finally. 35-yard run, gives up 1st and 10 from the Serve Pro red zone. Run back to Beckett. Eludes a few tacklers, finally taken down by a Sentinel. One of them that was in there was the big man, Gavin McKeithen.
Yeah, that's where you know, we talked about all the backs North have. They can just bring another guy in. Beckett, goes 60, 70 yards and then has to get it again next play.
Well, Beckett Price through 4 games, over 800 yards rushing. And he is the engine for this St. Mary's offense, and it's good to see him getting it going here. 3:08 left in the third quarter. St. Mary's looking for a trip to the end zone. Little miscommunication, masterful hit. Lucky they didn't fumble there as they were able to get it to Zach Richter, but another miscommunication here as we take a look on the replay.
Yeah, Ethan Howie, nice job. Just getting on the hip of the pulling guard here, I think is how I saw it. Yeah, and the center can't get back to him in time, and TFL.
3rd and 9 now for St. Mary's. And Josh, as you talked about, this defensive line, we knew the game was going to be won and lost in the trenches, but the Sentinels defensively played phenomenally well.
Yeah, very consistent. I think the game plan and the execution of the game plan is really, really good right now, and just got a lot of big, strong kids right now. That always helps too, right?
Yeah, 1,000%. Well, there's Jackson Barth, the tight end, 6'4", 245 with the end round to no avail. Brings up 4th and long here from the, I believe they're going to call it the 19-yard line. So 4th and long, they can still pick up the first down. They got to get to the 5-yard line to get that 1st and goal. They can do it. But what do you think we're going to see here? A pass play, screen?
Yeah, I think they got to throw the ball. I'm
Me
not
too.
sure. I don't know that they've, haven't seen anything that says they're going to throw a screen pass, but they might have something up their sleeve.
Got Dominic Zander top right. Bottom left is Brady Ruggles. They're going to roll out to the right. Thomas Wilson looking for Zander. He's got him, but, oh, no, it's incomplete. So there will be a turnover on downs on the St. Mary's Saints as Newman to Ruggles did not happen.
Yeah, big play, had a little momentum, and just stall out down inside the red zone. Unfortunate for St. Mary's. Good D by the North, though, and not, not giving up after giving up the big play.
One of tonight's sponsors is First International Bank and Trust. They're a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built in the bond between our employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across Arizona, Minnesota, North Dakota, and South Dakota. Find them online at FIBT.com. 1:26 to go in the third quarter. Sentinels 28, Saints 0. Blickery's going to trot on out. The senior leader, the toughest guy on the team. Going to throw 2 guys in motion here. Berg lines up in the fullback position. Blickery's going to hand off. Again, Chick makes him one-man miss, then gets a gain of 4 yards to bring up 2nd and 6.
Hey, you don't see a lot of that. A little shift. Looks like we might have an injury on the field.
We do, and you hate to see that right now, especially early on in the season. It's the big man, Roman Barnes, 6'6", 310, a senior. He's going to be helped by his teammates. I mean, that is one of your biggest guys goes out. That's tough.
Yeah, especially when, the O-line, D-line, just not a ton of depth for St. Mary's there. That one, hopefully nothing too serious for that young man.
I mean, Roman Barnes, that's a big boy down there, 6'6". 2nd and 4, 1 minute left here and counting in the third quarter. Blickery gives the fullback. Look at the man go up the middle and space and more. It's Tyler Kippen this time. Used to Evan Berg playing fullback, but this time it's Tyler Kippen with the first down.
Yeah, good, hard downhill run. Physical backs and kind of a broken record. We've said it a bunch, but they just keep coming with different guys at you. It's a barrage.
Cameron Jez now checked in at wide receiver. Blickery again, right back to Tyler Kippen. Kippen, another quality job of yards. Whoa, we got a lot going on down there right now. Jack Juanette's involved.
That's going to be too much there, a little 15-yarder.
Jack Juanette and Dominic Zander going at it a little bit here as our officials will get together. We knew going into this game it was going to be a little spicy because last year St. Mary's got the best of Minot North. Minot North looking to get some retribution. Jack Juanette's still really upset on that sideline.
Yeah, I didn't see what led to it. I just saw that after the whistle he kind of finished the block and a little too much too late. Last man usually gets caught on that one, right? So those are things you don't want to see if you're coach, and you want to make sure that you win, but you do it the right way.
Yeah, 1,000%. So it's going to be now 2nd and 18 after the penalty. Blickery's going to have to get this one going if he's going to want to get it off here. Play clock is rolling down a little bit, 10 seconds. He's got time, trips right. Blickery back to pass. Going to be a screen. Nice job here to Gunnar Jost. Jost heading backwards. Good job defensively by St. Mary's. That was the big man, Zach Richter, on the tackle.
Yeah, nice job there. Defending the screenplay. Looked like North had it executed well, but better job of the defense.
So that will be the end of 3. Right now, your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot North 28, St. Mary's 0. 1 quarter to go. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to and watching football on PSP Network.
It's time for this week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week. Powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. Congratulations to this week's nominees on Big Time Games. The votes are in. And this week's Player Performance of the Week belongs to Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. And watch for next week's PSP Network Player Performance of the Week, powered by the Aggie Foundation and Minot State University. PSP Network.
We are back here at St. Mary's. My name is Dallas Hans alongside Josh Cattell. Don't forget, after the game, we got our Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show, along with Sports Clips Player of the Game and our move of the game. Oh, we just about got an interception. Excellent job there by Zach Richter. We got to watch another one there as he almost had it one-handed. Tried to go with the screen to Berg, but Richter was able to get in there and force a little contact and also got the pick, almost got the pick here as we watch number 8.
Yeah, good job reading that play, seeing the screen. Fool me once, kind of deal. They've defended the screen a little better the last couple times. Good job by St. Mary's defense so far, holding them to 0 points in the third quarter. Now we just need to get some points on offense.
Schaefer on to punt for Minot North. This punt is off, and it is end over end, rather short. It's going to take a Minot North bounce and roll to the 40-yard line. So St. Mary's will have some work to do here as they will mark the ball down. Good job by the special teams. We're going to take a short. We'll keep it right here, actually. So St. Mary's down 28-0. You've got some things to improve on offensively, but I got to say I'm pretty intrigued by the way Beckett Price has been running the football. And you also got a kid, a hard runner in Zach Richter. So you got some stuff here on offense.
Yeah, I mean, you're still trying. There's still opportunity here if you can go out and get a quick score and continue to get stops on defense to have a chance. They're definitely not out of it, but their urgency as we go 5 wide here, empty. Well, maybe not.
They're going to bring Richter in beside Thomas Wilson, the quarterback. Wilson's going to drop back, looking to the twin side. Oh, almost picked off there. Good defense by the cornerback again. And the defensive backs putting their mark on this game. That time was Brady Vigstad.
Yeah, I'm not sure. A little miscommunication there with the receiver and the quarterback. I'm not sure who that was to, but yeah, not sure.
Take a look at our Ryan Family Dealership instant replay. You see him, the break on the ball. Excellent job by 30 here. Oh, yeah, miscommunication for sure. He turned his head, wasn't even looking. 2nd and 10 now. Ball's on the 40. 4 wide receivers out for Newman. Newman's going to drop back to pass. Under heavy duress again, Newman throws it up to Dominic Zander and to no avail. That's been kind of the name of the game tonight for Minot North. They get a lot of pressure on the quarterback, making Newman's life miserable back there.
Yeah, Wilson just, does a good job of evading the pressure and just can't get the throw to the receiver, unfortunately, there. That could have been a big play.
11:29 to go in the football game. My name is Dallas Hanson, joined alongside Josh Cattell. Appreciate you joining us here on PSP Network on your Friday night. It's kind of interesting, Josh, how much PSP has grown this last 2 years. Now we've got a spot in Dickinson, so we're in Minot, Bismarck, and now Dickinson looking to get into Williston as well. So growing company, it's not possible without all of you watching at home. This time Wilson's going to throw to his right. Nobody at home. He's looking for Jacoby Grimm. But again, going back to PSP Network, we got 5 football games on, and I know talking to Nick Holberg and Todd Domry, some of the bigger names here at PSP Network, they said we're going to try to do something unbelievable. 5 games on one Friday night, and all of a sudden that's what we're doing regularly.
Yeah, it's great for North Dakota sports. It's great for these young kids to get a chance to be exposed to, on TV. And I know the coaches love it. They get on the bus and they pull up the old film right there, and they can watch the broadcast and see what's going on. It's a great thing for North Dakota, and Nick Holberg, big country as we used to call him back in the day.
Oh, look at this punt. Can they get down to it?
Oh, great effort.
Beautiful effort there by St. Mary's, but it's not able to happen for them. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Minot North offense will be out on the field, 11-11 to go.
Sund Manufacturing is hiring exceptional welders, carpenters, assembly technicians, and coating technicians. If you're right for Sund, Sund is right for you. Since 1939, we've been making quality equipment and parts for the oil field and beyond. We're world-class, family-owned, and all-American. And as our business grows, we need to grow our team in Newburgh, North Dakota. Sund Manufacturing offers great pay, great benefits, and a great community to raise a family. Apply today.
11-11, Make-A-Wish, Josh. 4th quarter here. Blickery's going to hand off. Nice tackle inside. The St. Mary's same player there.
Dominic Zander, nice job there. Getting in there, filling, running his feet through the tackle. Nice job on first down.
Zander, one of the seniors on the St. Mary's football team. 185 pounds, 6 foot. Here comes Hannon. He usually plays a lot of slot for Minot North, gets a lot of reverses. Last week he did against Fargo North, and, tip of the cap to Coach Holman and his staff, because last week against North, it was a lot of wide receiver reverses, a lot of slot back handoffs, if you will. Hannon now gets the toss. This kid's fast, folks. Watch him go. 30-35, picks up the first down and more. But just when you think, okay, I got to beat on what Coach Holman and they're doing, they switch it up. There wasn't too many reverses tonight. It was a lot of north and south running, which I get 1,000%, but they keep you think you know what you've got with Minot North, and then they throw a little wrinkle into it.
Yeah, they got a lot of answers and a lot of, well, if you're going to stop this, then we're going to do this. And we got counters to those counters. And, you got to be really disciplined defensively and game plan-wise to be able to defend all the multiple running schemes that they throw at you.
Cameron Jez is now split out for Josiah Jacquinette, who just checked out. Split back time now. Hannon goes in motion. They fake to Hannon. Give it off to Cole Richardson, but another great tackle. Dominic Zander again.
Yeah, that's 3 play, and we got a bunch of flags out now.
Oh, boy, and you hate to see this. Slow to get up is Cole Richardson. He's coming off of that ankle injury. Richardson is down in some pain. Oh, he got just rolled up on there a little bit, right on that ankle. Oh, you hate to see that. Richardson not able to get up off the field.
Oh, I think that's what they threw the flag on, but I think it was more of a frustration of pain, not spiking the ball.
Yeah, I agree. We're going to take a short break as the medical staff attends to Cole. We'll be right back after this short break. Thank you.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Not everyone starts their day at the same time or in the same way. But no matter when or how, Ferendry Electric Cooperative is there to help power every moment of it in countless ways. Because whenever it starts, one thing is certain. We never stop. Ferendry Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, your source for power and information.
Well, our thoughts go out to Cole as he is not able to walk off under his own power. Two coaches helping him get off the field here, along with Christian Dedman as well. And we knew he was coming back from an ankle injury, kind of a freak thing, just got rolled up on a little bit on that tackle. And the penalty was against Cole after the play. Knew he hurt his ankle and just spiked it. It wasn't on purpose. It's one of those things. I'm a former athlete, you're a former athlete. Kind of when something happens and you know it's not a good deal, just reaction. And so it's going to be 2nd and 26 for the Sentinels. Trips right. They're going to give it to Berg. Berg's going to go up the middle here for a gain of about 5. Still going to be 3rd and a mile.
For the Sentinels, number 8, Evan Berg. On the stop for the Saints, number 8, Zach Richter.
Zach Richter on the tackle, 9:26 and counting. Guarantee the Sentinels are going to use every second of this play clock.
Yeah, this gets into 4-minute drive territory. You want to make sure you just bleed that clock out as much as you can, but you still want to execute. You still want to try to get as much as you can when you can.
Big shout out to number 52, Andreas Good. Offensive lineman, plays center, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Blickery's going to go out to pass, still rolling. Blickery going to go deep. Oh, just outstretched hands of Cameron Jez. But talk a little bit about Andreas Good last week. I thought he got hurt, so I asked Coach Holman on our weekly call today, how's Andreas feeling? He goes, oh, he's fine. He just swallowed some turf last week. So the big man puts down burgers and turf as well.
That's an old lineman thing right there, that's for sure. That you don't hear a lot of people getting that described, I guess.
4th down, 4th and long, 4th and 21. Handling the punting duties is Harrison Schaefer. Also plays running back, linebacker.
I need another guy here if you're – here he comes running
Look at
on.
Charlie Hustle here. I like that. Jesse Vetter. Probably coming on for the injured Cole Richardson. So Schaefer back to punt. Ooh, closely, almost blocked there by Dominic Zander. Gathering up is Beckett Price. He'll call a fair catch. 8:46 to go here. St. Mary's Saints offense going to try to get a score up here. We'll take a short break.
If the job involves dirt, we can tackle it. Dig It Up Backhoe Service. Site preparation, demolition, road building and grade raises, culvert installation, directional drilling, and every kind of dig. No job too big or too small. It's Dig It Up Backhoe Service. Find them online, digitupbackhoe.com, or call 701-722-3315. It's Dig It Up Backhoe.
Here are the Saints. Halfback toss is going to go to Beckett. Price. Here he goes again, folks. Beckett putting on the gas. Beckett makes it down to the 28-yard line. Good job by Beckett. So you're seeing some of the greatness that Beckett Price can offer.
Yeah, that's a nice job. Same play he had the big run on earlier. He does a good job of setting up the defense to go outside and then putting his foot in the ground and getting inside the kick out. And nice run there on 1st down.
Beckett Price has been the lone bright spot here for the St. Mary's offense. Had a huge run that could have went for 6, but it was a good job catching him by the free safety. That was a 35-yard gain. So Beckett well on his way to over 100 yards rushing tonight. This time they give it to the fullback, the big man, Zach Richter. 2-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 8.
That's reminiscent of old school St. Mary's football back in the day. Wing T, dive option, triple option. It's kind of, I still can't believe my eyes sometimes when I see that they don't do that here anymore.
I know.
It was such a staple for so long.
Yeah, St. Mary's football program full of a lot of rich history. Been a great program for a long time, and I'm sure they'll be on the up and up here, just struggling a little bit in this early season. Here's some twins right for you. Newman's going to drop back to, Wilson's going to drop back to pass. Gets it to Richter. Richter's going to be tackled right away. Good open field tackle there by the Sentinels. That was Luke Richardson.
Yeah, good coverage downfield by North. Not staying home, not taking the bait with the play action, and good job getting some positive gain on that.
You love to see, it's not quite a lost art in the game of football, but an open field tackle. You know, when it's like an Oklahoma drill, if you will, just one-on-one, who's going to make it past, who's going to tackle him down, and that time Luke got the best of him.
Well, yeah, tackling's a lost art. You know, part of the hard part is you don't want to hit. You know, you gotta protect these guys a little bit more than you used to, and you just don't practice it as much.
Wilson under duress again. He's going to be sacked by a couple Sentinels there. Right, one of them was big 2-5. That's Tyler Kippen.
Nowhere to go. He was trying to escape, and they were coming from all angles on him on that one.
Sentinel sandwich. Kippen, who's playing out of his mind tonight, along with Colton Hale. Hale, a 5'9" senior, 260. So there's some beef up front. We got to talk about Lavelle Harlan, my guy, an excellent player on the defensive line, number 51. Minot North's going to be a team to play down the way here. Excellent job by everybody. Almost picked off there. Good job by William Bentley. It's just the active hands, shedding blocks, trying to get picks. They're everywhere tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you've just been impressed. They're well coached. They're fundamentally sound on the D-line. They use their hands. They play in gaps. They do a lot of things that, you just don't see it every week in high school football at this level of football. And I've been very impressed so far with that group of guys.
That intermediate play was brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. Visit them online at driveryan.com or one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. The Sentinels defense trying to get the shutout here. So far, they're doing that and more. 28-0, 6:11 to go. It's got to get to 30 before the clock runs continuously. Sentinels had a chance to get it to 30 but missed a field goal. So that brings us to right now, 28-0. Nice job by Tyler Kippen. Yeah. Starting to see some subs here all of a sudden.
Yeah, Richter with the tackle there again. So this St. Mary's defense has had a great half. They made some adjustments at halftime, have really limited this Minot North offense, and you got to tip your cap to whatever adjustments they made at halftime because it's working.
Don't forget about our post-game show. After we hit zeros here by Plan Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads, we'll talk about our player of the game and the move of the game by Spas, etc. Blickery has played outstanding tonight. Gives it to Chick. Cooper Chick's loose here, going to the 45-40. Cooper, can he make it all the way? Jack Winett's out there. And Cooper Chick makes a man miss, but he's tackled quickly by Dominic Zander. Cooper Chick, another one.
Great run, great execution, great blocking up front, and what a run. He's got a burst to him when he gets in some space.
Look at number 1. You got to give it to the defenseman, Dominic Zander. Watch him chase down Chick here all the way.
Yeah, a ton of effort for the St. Mary's defense. There's been a lot of guys that, the scoreboard might not show it, but there's been a lot of good play tonight from the St. Mary's defense, especially in this second half.
Yeah, especially. 5:09 to go and counting. Serve Pro red zone time. Serve Pro 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro. Blickery again is going to hand off. This time to, looks like Harrison Schaefer. Schaefer's going to be gobbled up.
Jackson Barth again there.
Barth 6'4", 245. So there's a lot of athleticism out there for St. Mary's. Just tonight, the turnovers got the best of them, and some of these big plays defensively that they've given up hasn't helped things.
Yeah, and, they're holding up here defensively in the second half. Offensively, they just a couple big plays, couple big runs, and looks like they're going to get momentum, and then they kind of stub their toe and turn it over on downs twice here in the second half.
Evan Berg checks in. He's now the fullback. He wears number 8, a player to watch. They're going to fake. Ooh, good sack there. Again, you mentioned him. Jackson Barth is able to get to Blickery for a sack.
Yeah, good job there. Just reads the play and sees the boot and does a good job of getting him to the ground.
Blickery had nowhere to go, so good job containing and keeping him inside. It looked like he was going to go out for a bootleg, but no avail there as St. Mary's D holds tight, forces a 3rd and 20.
Not a lot of plays in the playbook for this distance.
No. Jack Juanette is back in the game. He wears number 1 right now, slot on the left side. Blickery's going to look his way. He's going to go to the corner, nobody home, so that'll be incompletion, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, again, a miscommunication there. I think someone ran the wrong route. Not sure which one it was, but yeah, 4th and long.
Brady Ruggles on the defense there. He's done a good job defensively. Another senior on the St. Mary's team. 3:30 to go. Looks like they're going to go for it here. Might be a little too deep after the missed field goal attempt early on.
Yeah, kicking into the wind too probably dictates that a little bit as well. Maybe a little out of his range.
Well, I want to thank everybody here at St. Mary's who made tonight possible. The athletic director, Lane Volz, had everything set up for us, so appreciate the hospitality by St. Mary's. Going with the deep ball here, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Cameron Jez that time and not able to get it. As you see the arm by Blickery.
Yeah, good job by the defense, obviously understanding where the sticks are and what they needed to get, and that they had to go downfield and just a little more air, give them a chance, but good effort, good play, and St. Mary's, here we go again. Another stop in this half. Doing a good job, bending but not breaking.
I like that. I like that, and I like that switch route that Minot North just ran there. Outside guy ran the post, inside guy ran the fade. It's good to see those wideouts getting a little love here for Minot North. St. Mary's offense trying to get a score here. They got 3:23 to get one. Wilson back to pass, looking to his left. It's going to be incomplete. Jacoby Grimm was the intended wide receiver.
Handful of new guys out there on defense, it looks like, for Minot North. Try to say some of their names as they come out.
Yeah.
Give them some TV time, some love.
Yeah, it's always good to get some of these young kids into these games, especially on the road.
Moms and grandmas
appreciate it. Moms and grandmas,
it.
Big time. Big time. Appreciate everybody joining us here tonight. Don't forget about our 4 other games happening throughout the state. Make sure to subscribe to PSP Network on YouTube. Give us a like. Tell your friends and family about us because we got a lot more volleyball, soccer coming up next week. Another toss out to Beckett Price. Beckett, can he make it to the 50? He can. Look at Beckett go. My goodness. Getting his Christian McCaffrey on there. Beckett Price.
Yeah, that same play. 3rd time they've had a big gain off that play, and good effort by Beckett Price, just not going down on first contact. Or second, or third.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything there. A little shimmy and shake, make them bake. Beckett Price will now take a break. Still a good job by his coaching staff. I'm sure it's tough. Homecoming night for St. Mary's, and you come out against a tough Minot North team. Things don't go the way you wanted, but a lot of football left to play.
Yeah, a lot of season left, too. Like I said, that west side of the state's going to be very competitive to make it to state.
Vincent Lingenfelder this time on the toss. Picks up 7 yards. Brings up 2nd and short.
On the carry for the Saints.
So also we talked about Minot North put in some subs, but St. Mary's also going to do that.
He's brought down by number 61, Brock Berg.
Taking a look around the state here in AA. We've got some scores to report. Number 3, Grand Forks Central survives Fargo South 41-38. Number 2, Kindred opening it up against Grand Forks Red River 42-7. Devils Lake in a tight one against Jamestown 28-21. And Central Crest number 5 against Wapton 40-0. And Our last game, Dickinson and Watford City, 3-0. 7 minutes left in that first quarter, excuse me. In AAA, it was number 1 Shanley. They beat West Fargo 36-28. Bismarck up against Minot, end of 3, 43-7. Number 2 Fargo Davies playing West Fargo Cheyenne 44-27. Interesting one there. And Bismarck Century 31-0 over Mandan. Give it to the fullback down the middle. Good job by Wyatt Vandal, getting some time here. How about this score in 9-man? Listen to this, Josh. Linton HMB 65, New Salem Almont 0. That's insane. That's like a video game.
Yeah, when there's some good teams. I saw the New Rockford Cheyenne squad is added again too. Those guys can put up some big numbers as well. I'm not sure exactly who they were playing tonight, but
little love for my alma mater, Divide County Maroons, receiving votes, or they're ranked number 5, actually up 42-0 against Ned Rose. Nate Nelson and Bob Brown got the boys playing well up there. 9-man's always fun. And they're going to give it to Noah Schmidt this time. He's going to go up, pick up the first down and more. So St. Mary's putting together a nice little drive here.
Carry by number 34. Now gives St. Mary's a first down.
We got a great game happening. Killdeer and Bowman County, 4 minutes left in the third quarter, 38-38. Killdeer ranked number 2. Bowman County not ranked. So an interesting game there happening around the state. We're pretty lucky, Josh, how good football can be for us here in the state of North Dakota.
yeah, there's a lot of good football. You know, AAA right now, I think, is any man's. Everybody has a chance to be the champ this year. A lot of good teams, a lot of good programs. Like we said, PSP covering it all. It's pretty cool to be a part of.
Dawson Leatham able to come up with the tackle there. Number 81 playing a little D end. I love that. 30 seconds and counting. Don't forget about our Shots Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors post-game show. Also going to have our player of the game brought to you by Sports Clips, and our move of the game, might be a couple of them, by Spas Etc. So St. Mary's going to run one more play here. 10 seconds. Can they put in a score? We will see. Quarterback, toss out to the left. Nice tackle, and that will be your ball game. Number 1, Minot North survives and advances 28 against the Saints 0. The business trip turns out to be just exactly what Coach Holman wanted and more. As Minot North looked really good tonight defensively, and their offensively they didn't struggle at all either. St. Mary's got a little work to do. We'll be back with your Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show.
Can you remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
You've worked hard, saved well, and invested wisely. Whether it's paying for a child's education, taking the family trip you've dreamed of, giving back to the community, or funding a confident retirement, we can help you reach your goals. We are passionate about helping you make smart decisions about your spending and saving so you can feel confident about the future while enjoying life today. Together, we can design a personalized plan that takes into account your short and long-term needs and wants, but is flexible enough to adjust as your life changes.
In times of loss, ServPro brings hope. With expertise in Minot and Bismarck, we don't just restore homes, we rebuild lives.
Nobody thinks about personal injury until it happens. But when injury strikes, so will your bills and the turmoil and everything you'll miss out on. It's a mess, and you need someone to help it all make sense. That someone is Schweigert, Clamine, and McBride. We know the territory and the process, and we work smart and hard to get you results. It's easier to get back to normal knowing there's a team behind you. We're the ones the other side doesn't want you.
So Carson, how do I become a great football player like you?
Well, practice and having a professional team to answer the call and handle anything you throw their way is also important.
Hey Carson, thanks for teaching crew about community banking at First Western. First Western, you can bank on us.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
For those who dream big, Ackerman Estvold is here with the latest tools and innovations to design smart. Our team of architects and engineers carefully plan every step of construction, making it possible to build bold. And most importantly, we know how valuable it is to give back, ensuring our communities continue to thrive for generations to come. That's Ackerman Estvold.
Here as you keep this #1 state thing rolling.
Yeah, Coach Dooley out in Watford, he runs a very unique system, and our kids have seen it once, but we'll have our hands full. It's a really important week of prep, similar to what we had last week when we played Fargo North with a different offense. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Thank you, Coach Holman. Appreciate it. Go pay tribute to your guys. Let's see if Coach Holman got the 40-yard dash time. There he goes. Look at Coach go. Hey, what a great night here at ESP Network. My name is Dallas Sanson. Thanks for Coach taking some time. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more from our planning team, financial advisors, and Shots Crossroads postgame toke. Take it away, Johnny Haugen.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, poise, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Welcome back to our post-game show brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business success, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. Planning Team Financial Advisors helping clients work toward financial freedom, and Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online today at shotscrossroads.com. Get filled up on their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome. And now for our Sports Clips Player of the Game. Sports Clips, they bring you the MVP of this matchup. Sports Clips is the home to the MVP haircut experience. Nothing comes close to making you feel like an MVP, quite like the MVP experience at Sports Clips. Tonight's Sports Clips game MVP is...
We're giving it to the offensive line from Minot North, all 5 of them. Hard to pick one out of that group, but they did a... I mean, it all started with them. They did a great job tonight, and I mean, we don't have the stats in front of us, but I bet it was a bundle.
Yeah, I mean, you heard Coach Holman talk a little bit about Andreas Good, and he's the smartest player he's ever been around his whole entire football career, and that's saying something. Coach Holman has seen a lot of football players not only playing at Minot High, but UND and now coaching, so that's a pretty good look and a pretty good resume for Andreas Good. But I know you talked about in the broadcast when Chick got the screen and they all ran down to the goal line. That was phenomenal. That's something you don't see.
You know, they kind of call it elephants on parade, all the old line. They get out running, and they're all in their line, and then Andres Good is just sprinting next to the running back all the way through the goal line. And, you know, he was just as excited as the guy who scored the touchdown, which is awesome to see. That team is – you can tell that group's bought in. You know, I listened to them walk off the field, and they said that was a good physical football game. That was our brand of football. All the guys, the whole roster, as they're walking off the field, it's kind of like they know who they are, and they embrace it.
Well, now it's time, friends and family, for our Sports Clips Spas Etc. move of the game. It's time to bring a spa to your home. Stop in at Spas Etc. and you will find a massive inventory and a next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. It's Spas Etc. Make sure to check them out today. Great customer service. Tonight's Spa Etc. move of the game is...
We're going to give it to Pry on the screenplay, the touchdown. Yeah, I mean, I think the screenplay that we were just talking about where Cooper Chick scores the touchdown and the whole line leads the way, I think that's our move of the game.
I love it. And I love good branded football like that. I know some people are like, well, it's just they run. Yeah, I know, but they're winning. And it's not easy to win 5 games in a row. But all of a sudden you look and you're like, okay, Minot North, they ripped off 5 in a row. Starting to play some good football. They got Watford City coming up. Have a chance to do some great things. And people, this is the biggest thing they forget about. Second year as a program doing this.
And, you know, you talk about the brand and the style and what they do. Yeah, it's maybe not be the most appeasing to watch all the time, and you don't probably get the excitement, big long throws and all that exciting plays. But it's hard to do, and it's hard to defend for 4 quarters. You know, so if you can do it and you can impose your will on the defender, hey, it gets harder to keep lining up every play against that. You know, it travels.
Yeah.
You know, it travels. If it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's cold, wind's blowing, you can play that style of football anywhere. So tip of the cap to Minot North tonight.
You're listening to our Planning Team Financial Advisor and Shots Crossroads postgame show. Looking at St. Mary's, the Saints dropped to 1-4. But there is a player that they have that's really close to 1,000 yards rushing coming into the game. He was at 800. He had well over 100 yards tonight rushing, and that is Beckett Price, and he's just a junior.
Yeah, he was impressive. You know, unfortunately, he got pretty bottled up. You know, tip of your hat to the North defense, probably more than anything, more than his play. But when he did get loose, we saw how explosive and how dynamic of a player he was. And I mean, he probably had 4 runs over 20 yards, 4 explosive runs. So, you know, tough player right there.
Oh, 1,000%. And it gets a little tough here from St. Mary's Saints. They got a heck of a schedule coming up here, but hopefully they can turn it around. We want to give a quick shout out to everybody here at St. Mary's who made PSP feel very welcome and just at home. The athletic director, Lane Volz, fabulous job, tip of the cap to him. And I mean, the students that came to this game tonight, I know they lost 28-0, but the stands were packed. And you and I trying to get down there to talk to the MVP and also the coaches, it was hard, man. I felt like we were in New York City.
Yeah, it was a great crowd here. They got great support. This school does a good job, and you know, didn't go their way tonight, but I think that team has a lot to build off, especially defensively. Defensively, they shut out Minot North, the best team in the state right now. In the second half, they came out, shut them out. No quit in them. There's a lot of positive, a lot of stuff you can build off of as this season progresses.
The glass is half full, not half empty, right?
It's got to be. It's got to be.
My name is Dallas Hanson alongside my guy Josh Cattell. Want to thank everybody that made tonight possible. Nick Holberg back at the mothership. Todd Domries, Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont, everybody here in Bismarck, along with Owen Patterson and Bryce Skutnik for our Minot crew. Also, just our camera crews were outstanding tonight. Johnny Haugen, who's doing a great job here producing and the camera work. I want to thank our sponsors, Moonlight Home Improvement for the halftime show, Farstead Oil, the Pigskin Preview, BSN, Northern Plains Heating and Air, Planet Pizza, the UPS Store, Minot State University, Serve Pro. They brought you all the Red Zone plays. Our instant replay was brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. Our timeouts were sponsored by First International Bank and Trust. Pregame show was by Valvoline Instant Oil Change, and the scoreboard was by BNC National Bank. We're going to close up shop here from St. Mary's at the capital city. Number 1 will stay number 1. Minot North looking good tonight on Friday night. 28 over St. Mary's 0. Thank you. Good night, and God bless.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak, or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair. Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, points, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh? Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.